Hello everyone, Tactical Itch here, and welcome back to another Wednesday Faction Wars. And yeah, today we are playing as the Wood Elves in this Faction Wars 20, and trying out some of the buffed units. Yeah, that I realized that are actually buffed in this hotfix. So yeah, apparently Zolts can now use 3 Flesh to Stones instead of 2. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if we can tank the damage with the Flesh to Stone spam, and because of that, we might be able to just avoid using, wait, hold on. What spells does Ariel has? No, we don't want these. But yeah, let's see if we can avoid using any of those, Ha! Do I want to use... Sorry, I'm just thinking things. Do I want to just use Blade Wind for that? No, I can't use Blade Wind. Chill Wind for 100% armor piercing, and Doom Bolt for single entity sniping. Sorry, that was literally in the middle of a line of thought, and yeah. Anyways, let's see if we can just avoid bringing Lore of Life. Completely, just because we might be able to use our Zolts as like a replacement for that. Anyways, we are going in with a little bit of a different build here. Spell Weaver of Dark Magic, because Doombolt is just so very strong right now. I reckon we might be able to try something weird with this. Of course, the enemies will still have, we can only bring one arrow with Kurnos then. Oh, well, we'll do that. Or we can just bring Orion as a lord and bring a Lore of... Oh, wait, Spellweaver doesn't have access to... Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, let's just not bring Orion. I know Orion is slightly, ever so slightly buffed, but I will. I don't think that really matters here. Doombolt, Chillwind, and Great Eagle. Actually, let's just get a Unicorn. Just because Unicorn also have spell resistance, and in case we need to protect, let her tank all the spell damage that might come from Spirit Leeches or something. But yeah, other than that, our infantry is just gonna get so messed up, which is not gonna be good. Or should I just go Lore of Death instead? Oh yeah, I can't have Lore of Death. Damn it! I forgot about. Why is this not available? We don't even have Lore of Heaven. Wait, no. Oh yeah, we have Lore of High Magic. Not. All right, we'll just use Chillwind and Doombolt then. Yeah. Let's think what else we can do. This is gonna be rough because traditionally Wood Elves really do suck against Chaos Dwarves. I just want to try out the new... Yeah, oh actually, yeah. How's everyone been? Oh, I've been doing well, just a little bit too addicted to horse racing lately. With the gacha game. Yeah. Anyways, it's going. Before we go off on the deep end of weep shit, let's hold the horses. I hear people's souls crying out, "Why, lol?" Yeah. I just like Wood Elves. I just like bringing Zolts, to be fair, just because they're funny to use. Like they have the Earthblood and Flesh to Stone, making them quite good supporting units, but they're still very much expensive as hell, so it's not always worth it. Yeah. Shit, what am I supposed to do next? I'll bring infantry because I'm just gonna get bombarded to bits. I mean, I have to bring infantry, I don't have... No, these first dragons are gonna get... maybe we're onto something. Hold on. Forest Dragon? Maybe? But without healing. So I need to make sure the Zolt spam, or, the Zolt spam is gonna be on point. That's a real question here. More trees? No, this is Chaos Duels. I'm just gonna get shot to bits if I bring more trees. So, I guess chill in. Causes damage to stealth. Oh, wait, hold on. This might work. What the fuck? Yeah. It causes damage to stealth, but if that counts as, like, magic damage, we do have 40% spell resistance because of the unicorn mount. Might work. And then we just keep spamming spells and shit. Yeah. Where are we? Whoa! We do have some forests on the map of, I don't know, man. I don't know. This feels rough. We're here for trees? Oh, fine. 5 Arc Elders, and then... I don't know what trees would be good here, because everything is just target practice for the Chaos Dwarves. Because I assume there's gonna be, like, a shit ton of, You know what? You're right. Maybe I should just go trees. You're right. Maybe I should just go trees. Oh no, I don't wanna. They're just gonna get executed. No, I don't want to bring trees. Not against Chaos Dwarves. Oh wait, I still have Zotes. That's another 3,000 gold in there. The dragons are 3,200 with 2 of them. Maybe I should just bring something like that. Oh, and then we're out of funds. Fuck it. We just turn off channeling staff then. Because it literally does nothing other than reduce cooldown. So, yeah, I guess we can use regrowth on the Forest Dragon. We have access to healing magic. And some AoE other than the... yeah, everything... A lot of stuff is just weak to fire, which is... Freaking are immune to damage. No, not when there's, like, gunpowder on the field, dude. I wish they're immune to damage. They're not, unfortunately. I feel like there's gonna be a bunch of Infernal Iron Sworn, which I don't have a lot of good answers for. Other than try to spam Forest Dragon. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, we're fighting Pasha, so chances are they're gonna bring a pretty meta build. Like, so yeah. Well, we'll have to bring some relatively meta way too. Like, relatively oppressive tools to try and deal with it. This has to be one of the worst matchup for trees, for sure. Like, not only do the bullets do great armor piercing, they also do fire damage. Making it even more effective against the damn trees. I mean, the dryads are gonna die, but yeah. It is what it is. Which is why I have the dragons there ready to just drop them in. Alright, I'm just waiting for my opponent at this point. But yeah, trees are tough, but not that tough. Oh, and even if you're like a small infantry-sized trees, aka dryads, yeah. They are still gonna get blown up by explosives, which are even more fire. Where's my opponent? I hope they're back soon, cause there's already people done with their game. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna keep this court open and see if they are back. While we go and check out the replays that got sent in by other players. Oh wait, no, they're back. They're back. Cool, cool, cool. We're going. We're going in. Good, good. Let's get this game on the road. Alright, so we have mostly Vanguard deployed units available. Not all of them though. Zolts and Dragons aren't. So we might have to figure out a clever way to do this. Everyone into the trees, but of course the point is here, so we can't just grab it straight away. Just have to scatter some Blade Riders around the map. And Zolts might get shot to death, so I know. The dragons need to be careful as well. Our spell Singer needs to run around with the Zolts. You know, we'll just actually you would just everyone in the trees. And the dragons will have to be the breath attack AoE damager. Yeah, I'm quite worried about how to tackle like a heavy infantry line, other than trying to spam breath attacks and chill in. The result will have to stick with our spell weaver here. And yeah, I think we're all mostly set up. Wait, can we squeeze in a unit here? Hide. No, I don't think we can. The forest, but the forest terrain isn't enough to hide a unit at all. Nope, I can't hide it here. I can hide it here. But it's gonna be way too far from the actual formation. Wait, we can hide something here. To jump their back line or something. I don't know how this is gonna go. But yeah, this is gonna be us. We're going a bit too heavy on Zolt, so it's not gonna. I mean Zolt and Dragon, so it's not gonna be an easy fight for us. They have a lot of firepower that can kill our monsters. So we have to be careful. Zolts are my anti-bull center render tool, but if they go like infantry heavy, then we'll have to be very clever with the forest dragons here, which is gonna be tough. But I hope. Oh well, fire glaives have magic damage if I remember correctly, but blunderbusses shouldn't. So if I dump a flesh to stone onto these forest dragon, maybe they can tank some volleys. All right, looks like our opponent's ready, so we're just gonna get started. Alright, so right. Let's go. Oh, they do have blunderbusses. Alright. Alright, we are getting shot to death by the skirmishers. I don't have any answers for that. So I'm just gonna fly some units over. They have a bunch of Inferno Gods. That is a bit of a... Right, you run back. You push up a bit. Alright, we're in charging distance. Yes, we can get some of them. Not all of them. Fortunate. Get some of these fall back and start dropping chill winds over your front line. Dragon fly over. Dragon keep flying. You pull back and right, you fall back. Got some damage done. You fall back. And flame them. Physical resistance yourself and heals. Pull back. Keep pushing and start running them down. Oh yeah, actually just go around the other side. And then go that way. You pull back, the Zolts, you can start moving up now. Couple of archers are a bit busy now. We pull back those Zolts so that they can probably heal again afterwards. Jump on them. You guys drop down. I don't care anymore. Yeah. You know what? Get a chill in there. Getting a lot of damage on ourselves, which is not great, but we're also getting some damage done to the enemies. Alright, let's move there. Yeah, let's just give that dragon a bit of a physical resistance, actually. Where's the Lord, actually? I didn't really pay attention to that. Actually, you guys probably need that. Alright, keep chasing after the hobgobble archers. I'm running out of troops though, that is the problem. Yeah, it's just... Nature's eye unleashed! Get some damage out. Boom. I mean, it's good damage, but it's probably not gonna be enough to win. Unfortunately, we ran out of healing now already. Oh, we can probably pop a physical resistance on ourselves. Alright, Zoltz can get an Earthblood out, maybe? Alright, let's just get it in there. Physical resistance, maybe? Nope, there's a lot of firepower on the field and we don't have any units to support ourselves. Alright, get back. I'm already out of units, so yeah, that is not great. Not great at all.
Weaving fate.
Alright, go and chill them up actually. You lady, you get out of there.
Ready.
And Zoltz, just keep moving with everyone. There's a bunch of infantry available. Alright, let's see how long it takes for them to use up all their firepower. We still have half a minute for the Zoltz to activate their Flesh to Stone again, so... Winds of Askel is... Yeah, it is what it is.
Nothing to lose.
Right, nice hit. We fly back and are ready to drop some more damage in. Capture the point. Alright, results are almost done for. Just need another Flesh to Stone on themselves to just tank the damage. The problem are the infernal gods that I don't really have the fighting power to kill off everyone. So I need to kill them with magic damage. Or breath attack.
I shall go. Guided by nature.
Oh, these are Hobgoblin archers. Alright, never mind. Yeah. I'll just munch down on those infantries and stuff. Alright, you guys pull back a bit. I need you guys to get out of there. Did they respawn in time? Probably not.
Following fate's call. Nature's eye.
Alright, get some damage done. Some damage, not a lot of damage. And just have to kite them down now. Not really much of a choice here.
Sent by Isha.
Yeah, I still have some breath attacks, which is good, but yeah.
Spellweaver ready.
Get them routed. And I still have a bunch of breath attacks available and just munching on the troops now. I don't have healing, that's a problem here. Yeah, that's a big problem.
At speed!
There.
We accept.
Alright. Let's pull back our units so that they don't just take a bunch of losses from nothing. And another breath attack, just kill the Infernal Guard as much as possible. I still have a lot of magic left for kill wind and stuff, so we can try and weaken them.
Understood.
Fortunately, our Late Riders might be losing this. We shall see.
Spellweaver repositioning.
breath attacks. Let's just dump damage onto them. Oh shit, that was a waste.
A dream of trees.
Still have one more physical resistance spam there. One more though. One more only. Alright, let's pull back these guys and just route everything on the spot. Yeah, we'll have to kite, unfortunately. As much as this is not gonna be too entertaining, unfortunately, this is our only way to win, that's the thing. So I'm not above using this kind of tactics. Less about what is gonna look good, but more of how to win this. Yeah. Just keep spamming those. Good game, it's close. I can use Doombolt, but the problem is more about the infantry right now. I've got nothing to kill everything here. So I just kind of have to deal with this. I can use Doombolt, I can. I just don't have... I don't know if I have the resources to use it right now, because I need everything I have. Well, I probably do. But yeah, so Balance of Power is not happy about it right now. One last breath attack onto these Inferno Gun, maybe?
I follow the song.
It is real freaking close, but my dragons are not happy about this.
Moving now.
Right, they are not happy about the damage I'm taking.
Dark trees blow.
Actually, let's just turn that one on for now.
Song
And,
of ascendancy.
Another 15 seconds. Drop a Doombolt there.
Weaving fate.
Our dragon will have to tank it all. No, army losses hits, and yeah, I think that is it. Relatively close. I probably should have spammed more Doombolts. Inferno God don't have ITP, just psycho charge stuff to death. Nah, I think I just take too much attrition damage in every engagement. It was relatively close though. And maybe I should have just really spammed more Doombolts, because you saw I still have like 30-something Winds of Magic. And damn, if I spam Doombolts, Adrezolov would have died right now. Yeah, I big mistake on my end. And unfortunately the Zolts didn't do a whole lot. If I cut out the Zolts and just bring more infantry, maybe I will have a better time. Yeah, I definitely should have spammed Doombolt. I didn't expect it to do so much against an infantry target. Damn. It is like, it might be overpowered though. I was like looking at Tequila Sunset casting his own faction wars on Sunday, and yeah, that is basically like guaranteed kills on any enemy single entity. It might be a bit too oppressive, but yeah. Anyways, very nicely done with my opponent's kiting here. The Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders did a lot of good damage to my dragons, using their fire arrows. And the dragons couldn't earn back all their worth because of just constantly being harassed by arrows, and they did well. I definitely should have microed my cavalry a little bit, used them a bit more cautiously, and also my infantry as well, because I committed them a very early game, and that was before I used enough magic and breath attacks to weaken the enemy formation. As a result, they just got grind down in melee, or got shot up by archers and blunderbusses. Yeah, GG to my opponent, and we are the cutthroats did good too. But yeah, we are moving into round 2. Let's see. I don't think we are gonna have any bye rounds today because we have an even number of participants. So next up we are fighting Warriors of Chaos from Scottish Toast. So yeah, let's see. I have to find them first. Scottish Toast, I'm not sure if you're watching my lobby, but if you got his lot out of the game and they would run more. Yeah, I definitely should have just spammed Doombolt. I thought, okay, personally I haven't used Doombolt much, so I didn't know how good it is. If I definitely should have spammed Doombolt. I thought I need to conserve magic for the late game to thin out the infantry, but turns out Doombolt, if I spam 5 of them onto Drazov, he probably would be dead, and I would have had a much better time killing everything else, and also Psycho Charge Drazov with the Forest Dragon. So yeah, that was definitely on my end. I should a mistake on my end. I needed to prioritize the Lord with Doombolt. I had Doombolt, but I didn't use it. Damn it. Anyways, need to look for my opponent. And at the same time, let me just download some replays. Alright, looks like our opponent do have a lobby. Let me quickly move those replays and we're good to go. Alright, Warriors of Chaos. What do I want to play with today? Let's try a Lord of let's try let's play with the Spellweaver a bit more. And try out different types of magic. Horse Scales, that's probably gonna be a bunch of run-its. Oh, okay, so yeah, Zotes would be a decent choice in that case. Freeze, fine. I'll bring some. Just trees, and then a cheap spellcaster Lord. I will go with Doombolt and chill in again. Power of Darkness too, and with an Elpo Amulet, that should work. Ooh, and I might need this actually. And I think that's about it. Yeah. Unicorn. And ooh, actually, we have enough for no, we don't have enough. Need another 200 gold, which I don't know where to squeeze it out from. So yeah. Need tree man? Ah, fine. I'll bring one tree man. One tree man. There you go. Happy? Yeah, and everything else is just Vanguard deployed stuff all over the place. Huh. Huh. I'll turn that on. Just because we have some extra money that I don't know where to spend it on. Now I don't want to hide the treatment because it's gonna be Vanguard deployed, but I'm gonna hide the Zotes, I think. That's what I think I will do. And I still have like 300 gold that I don't know where to spend it on, so yeah, I don't know, man. How long is it? 30 seconds, so I need to get into position quick. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Like, I've got 300 gold that I'm just gonna be, I don't know, spending on somewhere. Oh, wait, hold on. Hey, that's a bunch of gold gone. And yeah, perfect. Yeah, let's go. Freeman, Doombolt, you know, chillin', double Zotes. Time for meme builds. I mean, the Doombolt is not a meme pick for sure. The rest kind of is. I've got nothing to counteract any skirmish though. So if they have Ring X's, I'm fucked. Or maybe chill wind spam. I don't know. Just waiting for it. Alright. Hold it. Yeah, we're gonna Vanguard rush a bit. So let me just quickly set things up. I mean, we have 50 seconds, which should be enough. Hide something. Wait, hold on. Can they hide? No! Oh wait, oh, okay, the tree man is hidden! The tree man is hidden! What the fuck? Alright, anyways, yeah, the tree man is somehow hidden right on the edge of the forest terrain. I don't know how, but it did. And I think we're good to go.
But of course.
I don't even know what the fuck am I doing. Do I have fun? Yeah. Oh god. Oh, it's the fighting, it's the battle of the giants. Alright, cool. There's no skirmishers.
Ready to weave.
I am gonna do that. Alright, everything's hidden now. Everything's hidden now. Somehow. Alright, I don't have any. I'm fucked with all the skirmish kept there. So, let's just. Alright, let's just kill some of them first. Well, oh, hello!
Sent by Isha.
Oh, hello, Archaon! Welcome!
I will find it. Nature's ire unleashed.
Alright, now go fight everything over there, and
I follow the song.
alright, let's just fight fight thing there. Especially stone. Actually, I've turned it on earlier, and even the spell weaver can go in on that side. Yeah, you guys can hide and can go fight something else, I guess. In the meantime, Tree-Man, time to come out of the forest. We kill Archaon. That's it. That's all we need to do. Oh shit!
Weaving
God damn it! All right, everyone, pull back.
Power of the forest.
Time to go.
I hear the forest.
Go and kill Archaon there. I think we managed to get a pretty good ambush, all things considered. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I think we need to save our magic for Go-ins now to deal with the halberds at the back.
Lauren's decree.
Another 20 seconds-ish before we
Sound the horns!
Alright, go and fight that. While we're at it. You know what? Yeah, we can go and try and pick a fight with those. Let's just do that.
Path of the wood mage.
You sure you want to take this fight? You sure you want to take this fight, Archaon?
Must prosper.
I've got Zolts nearby here. Come on. No. Yeah, let's just do that.
The forest song.
Shit.
For the queen.
Ah! Run! Run! You're fast enough.
A song of ascendancy.
Give them the physical resistance. I need that physical resistance right now. Anyways, the tree man is fighting. Is a good fight.
Following fate's
And Archaon is nuked down to bits, which is good news for us, I guess. But they still have a lot of firepower left, and I don't know if the Zolts can tank it out. I don't know if the Zolts have it in them.
a dream of trees.
Alright, yeah, the treemen are getting cut down by the 7th claw. I mean, they're pretty severed, for lack of a better word.
Shall be done.
Alright, let's just go and chase down all the scattered of the enemy.
Spring will come.
Right. Turn that on. We go move back and start sending our mobility over. Archaon, you shouldn't be coming back here. I've got another Doombolt for you.
Understood. We accept. Go! Now!
Boom.
What?
There we go.
Smash them!
For the
Get nuked.
forest.
Alright, and I go and fight that, I guess. Oh, that's oh, that is a Nash thing.
Spellweaver repositioning.
Alright, let's just keep them on the run. They can keep firing at the. Oh!
Guided by nature.
We got.
Falling
Oh.
back.
Oh well, it is what it is. We can't really do much about that bit. And yeah, that is a problem here. The Slanesh Saucer is getting all the Mortis engine effect going. Freeman is duking it out, but we might need to send in our tree.
Raw magic is mine.
One last Earthblood. I don't think I can wait for the giant to be, for the ancient treeman to be in range. Just have to get what we can. And start shooting at the Slanesh of Shadow.
Power of the forest.
Taste! Taste the power of magic, intercontinental magic
I
missiles.
shall go.
Interdimensional, actually. I think that is the more appropriate way to say it. But yeah, the Severed Claw is a problem. The Severed Claw is a big problem. Alright, Treeman, Treekin, go over there. You guys go and surround and beat that one up.
Weaving
Just have to do whatever damage I can and also kill the damn, Slanesh Saucer. That's definitely a priority too. I don't know what the giant is smacking. So I can't really tell what to buff with the Flesh to Stone. So let's not use it. Let's not bother about it. Oh
Weaver
wait.
of fates.
Keep running. Keep running. Keep dodging.
Spellweaver repositioning.
Alright, time to run. Keep running, just keep running.
I am needed there.
Alright, and then beat this one up.
I serve the oak.
Oh, how much damage does this do to the
Path of the
Severed?
wood
Oh, I mean Severed Claw. Yeah, let's see. Alright, can you just kill this so you can stop getting damage?
Nature ordains it.
Oh, I don't have enough Winds of Magic for it. No. Alright, I think that is GG for us. I think. They got the tree. I mean, they got the
I shall go.
capture point, and I'm out of spells and whatever.
A dream of trees.
I only got 3 kins left, and that's not gonna deal with the Severed Claw. Oh, yeah, the Lord died as well. I mean, even if the Lord didn't die, I mean, with only 2 Treekins, I can't deal with the Severed Claw and all the Javelins and stuff. So yeah, that is GG for us, I think. Yeah. Did the results do enough? They did some damage. They did some pretty good damage, all things considered. It's just, yeah. The Seventh Claw, of course, killed a bunch, and I don't really have a good, like, solution against that. Other than maybe try and spam Doom Bolts on them. But my Lord is dead. Not that I have enough magic to spam too many Doom Bolts on them either. But yeah, Doom Bolts would be nice against the Seventh Claw. But yeah, that is going to be GG here as everything crumbles with their leadership faltering. Alright, round 2, what else versus WOC. The Tree Man, unfortunately, I don't think, isn't Doombolt banned? Not in this tournament. I don't know whether every tournament banned Doombolt, because I know Tequila Sunset's tournament on Sunday didn't ban it. I'm not sure about the other ones. I haven't really played that much Dark Elves myself, or play with the Doombolt that much myself to notice. I probably should actually check up on what everyone else is doing with the Doombolt. But yeah, either ways, even with the power of Doombolt, we still was not able to win. As the Seventh Claw and the Skirmish Cav from the Warriors of Chaos out-kited us. Maybe I think the results are still feasible. Just that we need to cut off the trees. Not get the treekin and just switch it to Skirmishing Cav, like the Late Riders. Domination has it banned? Alright. Maybe we should... in that case, maybe we should ban it too. Okay, I'm gonna stop bringing Doombolt then. Just gonna try something else. Maybe Spirit Leech and yeah, and Purple Son of Zerus. That's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, for now I think the land conquest bit doesn't explicitly ban Doombolt yet. At least I knowledge. Either ways, we're gonna stop using Doombolt for the next games. Yeah, just overcast and point on Lord or other important target. Yeah, that sounds about right with Doombolt for now. It's just a point and click deletion. Alright, no more Doombolt for the rest of the 20. That's enough, because it's pretty damn oppressive, to be honest. You can't dodge it, it does a shit ton of damage. And yeah, it does way more damage than let me just quickly edit some scores. I think that's there's some report error. Oh wait, no. Okay, and we're waiting for one more game to conclude. Oh, it's a grindy game. Bretonnium versus Vampire Counts. So while we're waiting, I'm just gonna keep downloading the replay files. What is Contrarian Code? Playing as I need. Oh. Okay. So Tomb Kings. Then okay. I'm just gonna download the Drugash's save file because it's not named autosave, and it's easier for me to organize everything in the folders. All right. No, we don't. We got it. Are you gonna stop using Doombolt, or is that a blanket ban for everyone? Nah, for this one, I'm just gonna stop using Doombolt for myself. Maybe I will ban it for in the coming tournaments until it's nerfed. But for now, I'm not gonna ban anyone from using Doombolt. Not that there's anyone who can use Doom. Oh wait, no, there is. Drugash can use Doombolt. Ah, well, whatever. I mean, I didn't ban Doombolt before the start of the tournament, so I'm not gonna change the rules halfway. I'll just let everyone use anyone, or in this specific case, if Drugash is using Doombolt, whatever. I will ban it in the future games, in the future tournaments, not this one. Again, I don't want to change the rules halfway. But yeah. I know it's not gonna be optimal for people facing off against Dark Elves, but it's also, I also feel it's not exactly fair if I just kind of change things halfway and, yeah. If anything, it's my responsibility for underestimating the power of Doombolt. Yeah, that is it. But anyways, let's move on to the next rounds. Looks like we do have a conclusion of the final game in round 2, and we're moving on to round 3 now, and we're facing off the Vampire Count? Hold on. I think it's a Vampire Count. No. No, not Chaos Dwarfs again. No. All right. We have to buckle, lock in on this round. We can't lose again. Oh, Chaos Dwarfs again. The Bane of Wood Elves. All right, hold on. Can I change the password? There we go. Maybe I just typed it wrong. Alright, what else? And I'm still gonna use Dark Magic, but instead of Doombolt, Chillwind, and Word of Pain. Power of Darkness, Arcane Conduit, and Unicorn, just because there might be Spirit Leeches coming in. What else? Once again, double Zotes, just cause, and double Dragon. I think the double Dragon strat was alright. It was a sound tactic. It's just my execution was problematic. That's the only thing. Wait, hold on. Yeah, if I have Chillwind and Bladewind, I probably have enough anti-infantry power. And then just get some heals with Blood since. Yeah, there's only one regrowth undercast version. It's probably not worth it. And we're definitely severely lacking infantry power. We have 4 Earth Blast in total, so we have some healing available. We just need to be patient with the Forest Dragons and the skirmish game. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but we shall see. Also, I just like Zotes. Okay, that build that probably doesn't win into season. Just take a bunch of archers and Weight Watchers. I suck at dealing with playing as mass archers build. Just auto win by taking mass archers and Weight Watchers. It's fine. I want to play Zotes. I want to play Zotes today with the physical resistance spam. So, like that's my whole shtick for today. Sometimes I just like to pick certain units and just stick with them. And in this case, it's Zotes. Like I've always been liking Zotes for since a long while now. Actually, I think it's since Warhammer 2, where somebody introduced wait, hold on. Don't tell me the stream is lagging. Shit. But yeah, anyways, I've been liking Zotes ever since, I think, is it Phoenix King? Or someone introduced me to like the Zotes physical resistance stack build onto Wild Riders and War Dancers. I mean, we obviously can't use it here since we don't have Wild Riders since we obviously don't have Wild Riders or War Dancers or Stack Knights. But oh wait, hold on, we can use it on Forest Dragons and Blade Riders too, so there's that. Anyways, we have our units set up and ready to go. Yeah, let me cook, mate. Let me cook. Alright, ready to go. Oh shit. Okay. I'll try to not look at Discord because Bahrain is streaming their game on Discord and it's showing up on the chat.
We accept.
Alright, that's a lot of fucking blunderbusses we are pulling back.
For Isha herself.
Datan the black. Oh no! Alright, cool. We are pulling back for now.
Glade Rider.
I need to be careful because one net can be the end of everything. Oh, that's a fire caster.
Your command. Orders received.
Oh, actually, let's just pull back.
Sent by Isha.
Oh wait, shit! Why did I bring Word of Pain? Mistakes were made. All right, at least we have chill win, I guess.
Nature's eye unleashed.
Okay, it's too far away for them to.
I shall go. Power of the forest. Path of the wood mage.
All right, we're getting some damage done. We have to do some spell kiting while we can.
Cavalry. Orders acknowledged.
We also can bypass physical resistance, which is neat
Magic is mine.
with the Glade Riders. How long is the range? 90 meters, and these are 90. Fly around a bit.
I hear the forest.
Yeah, we can do some kiting while we're at it.
Lauren. Now.
I am needed there. Spell weaver ready.
Alright, pull back. Alright, the gnat is coming. Let's fly back.
Following fate's call.
Why did I forgot Word of Pain instead of Blade Wind?
Getting the call. Isha commands it.
Alright, try to avoid that while we can.
Moving now.
Alright, pull back.
As you say.
Dragons, be ready, because I might need you to just drop in and start breathing the blunderbusses. Oh shit! Why are you there? Alright, cool. That is not cool.
Riders ready.
And we're silenced because it's a llama suit. Of course. Alright, breath attack a bunch of stuff, so alright, hold on.
Spring will come. Spell weaver ready.
Ow, that hurts a lot. That hurts a whole fucking lot. Let's go. Time to send in the Dryads. Oh god, oh god, oh god. My asshole was very uncoordinated. That was not great. Let's just keep beating on Zatan, I guess. Not much I can do right now. Oh god, the holy mackerel. All that damage. Alright, push through, push through. I need you to get through the enemy infantry there. I need you to get through to the blunderbusses. Go, 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 go! Force your way through! Where's Pappy?
Spell weaver
Alright, run.
repositioning.
And physical resistance, heals. Like right now. I need them to be healed right now. And where's the other dragon? Alright, cool. Get that done. Oh, the other dragon just... Oh, it came back. Okay, cool. There we go. Oh shit, we don't have the mobility to chase down the routed troops. Alright, breath attack that.
The dark trees blow.
Where is...
They will fall.
Alright, let's just get damage done. Run. We don't have the units to chase the routed London buses.
Spring will come.
Alright, I just have to do that through some of these guys.
A song of ascendancy.
Alright, breath attack that thing. Oh, we still can use breath attacks.
There.
Earthbloods.
Weaving fate. Guided by nature.
Alright, we just have to use some of those. Alright, fly over there. Let's just double team Zatan right now. We have to. Otherwise, he's gonna die. Because that's... Here comes the second net. Alright, we don't have time to deal with the blunderbusses right now, so the Zots will have to come over and help. Physical resistance on the Spellweaver lady. And, alright, you guys go over there. One dragon went down, damn it!
For the mother goddess.
Okay, we didn't get overcast damage. Good. And, do we have any more Earthblood? Yes, we do. Okay, that is the last.
I follow the song.
Last boost we have. Wait, the Zots are actually doing it!
Life must prosper.
The Zots are doing it! The Zots are beating the shit out of them! Let's go, Zots! Oh, actually, we might need to make sure we get... Yeah, there we go! Zots! Zots! Yeah. Who said Zots are shit? Zots are very good if they get the right engagements. They have magic attacks, so they bypass the magic attacks of the Kadai, the physical resistance of the Kadai Fireborn. And 2, they have the dampening effect, which removes magic attacks from their targets. So the Kadai Fireborn lost their magic attacks, and you can actually, I mean, I didn't do that, but you can actually drop physical resistance on the units that the Kadai are attacking. Like if I use physical resistance on the Zots themselves, they would be very resistant to the Kadai attacks. And yeah, Zots are good. Zots are good. But yeah. Hold on. Alright, we got kicked from the lobby, but that's fine. We're just gonna move on to the next game soonish. But yeah, the Zots did alright. One of them earned back their worth, the other not so much. Well, actually, no, I think they cost 1,500? Yeah. They're not cheap, so I don't think they earned back their value, but yeah, they still got almost their value, and on top of that, the healing, the physical resistance, support, they don't convert into actual damage value, but it helps units survive, and that's the most important thing. Like the Spellweaver that got jumped by Dutton the Black. Lamasu always failed me. Yeah, Lamasu is actually very fragile and kind of sucks in combat as well, so it's a rough one. It's a rough one. But yeah, I think that we played this one better than the last time. And we don't have Doombolt either, so yeah, you don't need Doombolt, and you can still make it work. Just need a better army than and a better micro than I did last time. Yeah, last time Last time I just went all in on melee Glade Riders. Actually, we needed those Hackbane tips if we want to counter skirmish. And even if we don't have to counter skirmish, it's nice to use it to shoot Kadai 5 on, I guess. But yeah, using the Breath Attacks and Chill Wind to just whittle down the enemy gun lines is our best bet against the Chaos Dwarf firepower, I think. They did their job and they took out the spells, but they can't fight. It's fine. They help other units fight better, or just absorb a bit more damage, which can convert into some more value for other units as well. So yeah, like if they drop their physical resistance on the Forest Dragon, they have 80% physical resistance. Suddenly, it would be really, really tanky. I think that would cap their damage reduction for physical missiles like blunderbusses. Not that it matters. I don't think I dropped out of those buffs in time. One of them even got killed in the middle of a bunch of Lamasu attacks and stuff. But yeah, it's fine. We manage. Yeah, we manage with Chill Winds. We even got the wrong spell. I would have brought a Blade Wind. But yeah, it seems like it worked out. It worked out. With only Chill Wind. The Blade Wind has a bit more burst damage against lower armored blobs, but Chill Wind is pure armor piercing, which makes it really cost efficient. And yeah, Zartan the Black, even with Zartan the Black alone, is not exactly the best burst damage dealer, so he couldn't even kill my Spellweaver on a Unicorn. Granted, there are my Zotes nearby to bail her out, but yeah, Zartan the Black is like, I feel like he's in a very awkward. He has a very awkward role in battle, which is why even if I play Chaos Dwarfs, I would never bring him normally. But yeah, I think we are moving on to the final round. And after that, it's gonna be replay session. Yeah. Oh, vampire counts. Yeah, we'll just keep using our Chill and Blade Wind. Those seems to be working pretty fine. And yeah, let's see what happens. Final round. And now we're fighting Enda the Lion, who is playing as the Vampire Count, and yeah, you shall see. Right. It's been a while since I played against Vampire Count, I think. I think the traditional way to like fight Vampire Count as the Widows is just to bring a bunch of wooden box. But I don't think that's the cool way to do it. So we're gonna go with the same thing. Zotes. Alright, Zotes, Blade Wind, Chill Wind. That's probably what I'm gonna do. And let the Zotes fight the monsters, and the Spellweaver will kill the blobs. Will kill the infantry. At least that's the idea, I think. Durflu is always good, but yeah, let's do something different today. Chill Wind, Blade Wind, and Zotes. Oh, actually, Zotes and Durflu would be cool. And then a bunch of Tree Kin. But yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. That's gonna be really rough for the Vampire Count. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Stop bringing freaking Word of Pain there. Misclicks were made. Alright, let's see. Double Zolt and then infantry spam a bit. They will beat zombies. I think I just need to beat zombies. I think I'm more worried about monsters and stuff, and of course What to bring, what to bring. Yeah, let's just bring a few tree kin here and there. We bring trees. And Blade Wind and chill in the enemy infantry and stuff. See what happens there. Results. Let's say we bring 3 of them. Yeah, that's gonna be weird. Durfu, nah. Durfu is very, very good against the vampire counts, and I don't feel like bringing meta units. At least not pure meta units here. Like, I want to use the Zolts plus Spells Weaver combo, because normally if you play Wood Elves, you try to bring some Earthblood healing, except when you're bringing Durfu. But with the Zolts on the field with all the Earthblood spams, you can actually afford not bringing a live caster, just using the bound Earthbloods as like a support. See what happens there. But yeah, anyways, yeah. I think that. Damn it. Right, we need to bring a unicorn on. Alright. I think that is it. Not much we can do here. Oh, actually. The Zolts are too expensive, we need to cut one out. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, damn it. Ran out of money. There we go. We're ready to go. No idea if this is gonna work against the vampire counts, but we shall see. 2 Treeman? Nah. I'm not bringing Treeman spam against vampire counts. It's really rough for the vampire counts to deal with anything like big single entity. Recently, they're better at dealing with heavy infantry because of Purple Son of Zeru's buff. But yeah. Oh, what about the RR Treekin? Ooh, that would have been good. I also ran off. I should have brought that. You're right, I should have brought that. It's fine. Too late now. Yeah. We are gonna go and line up instead of box. So, yeah. We probably could have done our Archrikin, which would be good against the vampire counts for sure, due to the fire damage and whatnot. But, yeah, we'll just roll with the Zolts. Yeah. What we're gonna do. A little bit of skirmish cav in case we need to, do some kiting against our guys. Yeah, that's gonna be it. For here, second group, turn on skirmish mode because I can't micro for shit, and we are ready to go. Okay, we have Blade Wind, we have Chill Wind, we have stuff to clear out the chaff. And yeah. Alright, let's get ready and go. Alright, let's just go and capture the point. One cast time Vampire Lord. Ooh, oh, okay. We might spread out our units a bit more though. Start beating up zombies. Oh shit! Run! Zolts, get over there! We need you right now. It shall be done. Start running, start running. Break those, Start breaking those Blood Knights. Yeah. Physical resistance of these guys.
Rise, sons of Pernos.
And start fighting. Pushing them back.
Glory to the
Alright.
Eternal.
We are holding the position for now. Hold that. We need to go and fight those Blood Knights and make sure they don't come back.
I will find it.
Alright, we're getting some damage done against the Blood Knights for sure. Alright, let's just force path over and start beating up the rest of the Blood Knights.
Guided by
And
nature.
you guys need your own physical resistance boost right now. Keep firing, keep firing, keep firing.
Ever ready.
Alright, go and jump on those. I saved up all that for this moment, and
Blade Riders.
Sent by Isha.
oh damn it, that did not work out too well. Freaking will be holding. That's the whole point of them. Just hold. I don't really care what they do. And actually, you guys go over and fight those.
I hear the forest.
You guys can pull back now.
Hurry.
Weaving fate.
Alright, some of the Trikian are going down, which is not good, but they're also surrounded, so. Alright, let's just beat up some stuff over there. And let's just keep firing. You guys just pull back. We've dealt with the... You screened some direwolves. That's what I needed you to do anyway, so that's fine. Knights are coming back. Ooh, breath attack, that hurts.
Swift. Ride. Vicanos.
And I drop some blade.
Power of the forest.
Yeah, let's just drop some blade wind into the blob.
Life must prosper.
Kill some zombies. And see how much damage it does. Pretty good. A lot of friendly fire, but it'll be worth it. Hopefully.
Blade Riders. With haste. Go. Orders received. Now.
Go and fight the Blood Knights, please.
The forest song.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What was that strafing attack? Strafing attack. What the fuck?
Yes.
Glade Riders. Release.
Spellweaver ready.
Turn that on, and then you guys jump on this lord there.
I am needed there.
Please, I need you to jump on the lord. Thank you.
Lauren's decree.
Alright, everyone start healing. One of you guys, can you... I don't even know what the fuck is going on with the flusterfuck.
Forever loyal. Attack. To war.
Start jumping and those Blood Knights, Black Knights, whatever. And
Path of the wood maid.
minor damage, also most importantly, frostbite them and slow them down a bit so I can just fight something else maybe. Alright, never mind. You guys can come over and fight that instead, please. If you would.
Withdraw.
Spellweaver repositioning.
Alright, whose capture point is it right now? I'm not entirely sure. Alright, let's just fight that. Skirmish Kev has used up their ammo for random shit. So,
Stand your ground. As you say.
alright, I need to catch them in melee now. Catch them melee, try to smack them down a bit while we can
Spellweaver
still...
ready.
Alright, you come back. Freaking nearby.
I follow the song.
Boost your own physical resistance. You guys jump on that. And heal.
A dream of trees.
Start slapping them, which is good.
Nature's ire unleashed.
Alright, you guys come back. You come and help out this lady here.
There.
Do we have any spells worth using? No, nothing. Alright, she going down, which is not great. Trees are nearby to stop things, which helps, but wait, shit.
We accept.
Oh, these guys got caught. Alright, never mind. Keep beating the guy.
Withdraw!
Weaver of fates. Following fate's call. Moving now.
Alright, let's get some healing. One last bit of healing for all these units here. Alright, come on.
Spellweaver ready.
Damn, that hurts. Alright, send those guys over. We're out of
Hurry!
we're out of healing,
Your
which is
magic
not great.
mine.
We still have some Zolts on the field with physical resistance. The Flesh to Stone is gonna be coming handy, but we need a few more seconds there. Alright, they open up themselves for a charge. Slow them down.
Weaving fate.
Jumped in with the Zolts. Physical resistance on these guys. Hopefully they hold it a little longer. And start slapping those Blood Knights.
It shall be done.
Alright, let's just challenge them in the fight.
The dark trees blow.
And Blade Wind to clear out chaff. Just kill off all the spears in the vicinity. Okay, we need to save the last save that last physical resistance for our Zolts. Right, these guys are just beat up those Blood Knights. Oh, yep, she did. You guys run over there. Zolts come over and help, maybe? And turn on the physical resistance while you can.
Path of the Wood Mage.
Right, we got the capture point. Just beat up the zombie chaff support, and then we are Gucci, kind of. Don't have any more chaff left on the field.
Spellweaver ready.
Zolts, carry this, please. I need your help.
I hear the forest.
Oh, I also ran out of magic.
Blade Riders, to battle!
Awaiting the call.
Can I use this? I literally ran off absolutely every single bit of magic. Oh, we are over chasing. Shit. That's bad.
Your command, swiftly!
Oh shit, the Zolts are dead. We also ran out of every single bit of magic available to us. We can't even use Power of Darkness at this point. Oh man, the Blood Knights. They just slaughtered us. No magic. One Zolt went down, which is a massive loss. Although it's not that we have any more bound spells to use anyways. Which is also a bit
I
of
shall go.
yeah, not using those, yeah. Power of Darkness was bad. I needed them. you want to Alpha
Spell
Strike
Weaver
my
ready.
spell caster lady?
Forever loyal.
I am also running out of units to deal. Oh man, very nicely done. Using the Blood Knights to bait my units out of position and then pick them off one by one using the superior Blood Knights. And because my units are slower, I can't respond to their attacks as effectively. And I'm getting Psycho Charged to death bit by bit.
Spellweaver ready.
Results are good, but they're not enough
It is
to bring
just
down
yet.
everything, and that is gonna be army losses for us. GG. So those would be good if they were Wild Riders of Kurnus instead. But I like Zolds. What do you mean they aren't good? No, just kidding. They are less optimal for sure. Let's see. GG to my opponent there. Yeah. But yeah, if Durfu was here with the 3-man spam, I probably would have been a way better chance. But even then, the Zolts did really well. Earned back their value and then some more. It's just the 3-kin did not earn back their value. Yeah, so, yeah, I definitely needed to, catch those Blood Knights better. Because, like that leaving that Zolt unit alone and overextending at the end there cost me the game for sure. I think I still had a chance if I had both Zolts online. Just that losing that one Zolt unit all the way on the other side was a big lethal mistake on my end. And leaving with only one Zolt, I don't have enough fighting power to kill off 2 remaining Blood Knights, who both heal capped. And yeah, very well, nicely played by my opponent there, keeping those Blood Knights till the late game. And I don't really have an answer to the big Dragon Lord. My idea was just to kill everything else and then deal with it late in the late game. But yeah, GG to our opponent and the Lion for the win. And I think that concludes our live games. Yeah, we do have a winner in today's tourney. Yeah, I'll drop in a line to congratulate the winner, and then we'll be moving on to the replay section. We do have quite a few replays, and we have a decent turnout today. So yeah, I have quite a bit of games to show off today. Okay, give me a second. Let me just move the replays into the file folder. Yeah. I think the Zolts were definitely a decent pick in this matchup. Yeah, it probably needs Durfu. It probably needs Durfu and a couple of 3-men. 1 3-man at least. I don't think you can bring 2 3-men, but yeah, something like. But yeah, I don't want to bring Durfu though, because I want to try out the late wind, chill wind spamming. But of course, it's not as good against zombies and skellies as it is against other units, other factions. But yeah, what else? What to bring? Let me see. Dursu, Sword of Death, Wild Heart, Foe Seeker, Lamentation of Despair. Nah, you don't really need that. Flock of Doom. Take these out, and just bring another 3-man. Then Zolt, then Wild Hunters of Kurnus. No, you don't have money for that. So we take out Foe Seeker. You still don't have enough money for that. I guess just that we'll have to do. It's kind of boxy though. Yeah, anyways, that is gonna be the end for the. We try to get you to take treatment, but I don't want to take treatment. Stop making me take treatment. This is. I know this is the optimal way to play it, but I don't wanna. I don't wanna. But yeah. But yeah, even as good as Treekin is at surviving damage, if they're being jumped by Blood Knights, they're still getting fucked. Especially Blood Knights are slowly getting more and more armor-piercing damage with every update on them. I think CA just noticed that they really need some armor-piercing, so they have been like they've been adding armor-piercing damage to the Blood Knights like bit by bit, like 2-3 armor-piercing damage every patch, something like that. Nah, treatment aren't optimal, except Earth. I think you still need one treatment or something like that. I don't know. But because vampire counts are just really struggling with dealing large single entity armors. Large armored single entity. They really struggle with that. So a treatment probably is a good idea. But yeah, let me just congratulate the winner. I'm not gonna mention it on stream because spoilers. But yeah, I'm gonna grab some more tea and after that we should begin casting replay. Alright. Congratulations to the winner, and now I need to go and quickly grab some more tea, and we'll be back in a bit. Where's mine? Yeah, water break. Be back in a few minutes. Hello everyone, I'm back, and yeah, we're going into Yeah, we're going into the replay section. Let's just get out on chat actually. For our testing, I was terrified of Souls. They nuke unsupported Blood Knights. Yeah, they are pretty good. Like, especially if you drop those physical resistance onto them while fighting the Blood Knights. But at the end of the game, I ran out of the Flesh to Stone spells, so they just have to. And also, I overextended. I just left them chasing after the retreating Blood Knights, and that was a big mistake on my end, allowing them to get isolated and jumped by the Blood Knights. And that was a really bad mistake on my part. If I have both of the Zolts in the end game there, I think I still have a good chance on beating the Blood Knights and forcing like a final engagement and surround and beat down the Von Karstein Lord. But losing that second Zolt unit, that was, especially they were still at like half health, that was painful as hell. That was really painful loss there. They don't have a lot of armor, so if they get surrounded by Blood Knights, they're just gonna get beaten up. But yeah, anyways, that is gonna be it for the live battle section. We're gonna start casting replays now. This is our first game that we played. I think we could have done a bit better with the build, and just like the second time with the playing the Chaos Dwarfs, we did manage to scrap a win with our build, a more optimized build in there, because practice, because we got some practice in the first round. But anyways, let's start with the other Chaos Dwarf, as they are going to be battling some Skavens. Two factions with weird technology clashing, and see which one having the better gun lines. Now on the Bahrain side, 4 goblin, a lot of laborers, 4 goblin laborers, 4 orc laborers, 1 cutthroat, yeah, the cutthroats, 1 hobgoblin cutthroat, 4 hobgoblin archers, and 2 Kadai Fireborn, and 1 Deathshrieker rocket launcher. Deathshrieker rocket launcher, I wonder what it is for. To shoot at weapons teams. Is it the regular spreading demolition rockets, regular Deathshrieker rockets, or is it the single entity targeting demolition rockets? Because if you're using the demolition rockets, it's not gonna kill off the weapons teams fast enough. They shoot 1 rocket every 20 seconds, and that means if you want to kill all 12 models, it takes 240 seconds, which is 4 whole minutes. It's not gonna work, but if it's, I think the Deathshrieker rockets, the spreading ones, might have a good chance of just demolishing the weapons teams with the spread shots. Maybe. I don't know. I've not tested, so I'm just theory crafting. Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders on the flanks here in the forest. Vanguard deploy, ready to jump on the enemy backline. Leading the army is Azrogov Iron Hand with Cascading Fire Cloak, Black Hammer of Hashut, Flame Storm, and there's also an Iron Demon as a piece of a terror-causing entity. On the other side of the battlefield, for the Skavens, a front line of Skaven Slaves and Clanrat Spears mixed in together, backed up by a line of weapons teams. Poison Globes, Avalanche Mortars, Teeth Breakers, no Natty Bubbles, Teeth Breakers, and another Rattling Gun somewhere. Yeah, Rattling Gun. At the back there, Wolf Rats with Poison and Rat Ogres, plus some more Skaven Slaves guarding in the rear. And immediately the Teeth Breakers are opening fire at Astrogolf, who is trying to return the favor with a Flamestorm, not doing a whole lot of damage. And looks like the Deathshrieker rocket is indeed using demolition rockets, doing very minor damage. Wait, no, it is not using the demolition rockets. It is the Deathshrieker rockets, blasting away some of the Avalanche Mortars. Oh no, the Iron Demon trying to move in and charge the weapons teams, but immediately got demolished by the Rattling Guns. The archers are moving in close and try to temper down the weapons teams, but unfortunately just not doing a whole lot of damage to the enemy armored weapons teams. They have decent-ish armor, so they're just tanking the damage now. Hobgoblin Wolf Riders also jumping in. And I almost feel like the Chaos Dwarfs should just hang back and let the Deathshrieker rocket launcher do their thing, while they just pressure the Skavens to move up. Because as the Chaos Dwarfs are the one initiating the charge, I turn off the I did turn off the water brick sign. Yeah, they're just walking into the firing range of those Skaven weapons teams, and everything just got demolished there. Kadai Firebone died. The Iron Demon died, and then the second unit of Kadai Firebone is about to go down as well. I mean, the Death Raker rocket launcher is still firing from behind, and you can see it's actually doing some pretty good work against the weapons team. The Avalanche Mortar has been pushed back, but most of the rest of the Chaos Dwarf units have been dealt with, and even as Astrogov Iron Hand has taken quite a bit of damage. Death Raker rockets are still firing, but the extremely slow reloading speed means that it's gonna take it some time to kill off everything. Yeah. Avalanche Mortars will now go and delete some Hobgoblin Archers now that they have returned from routing. And that is not going to be pretty here. Another shot, and this time missing from Death Raker Rocket Launcher, which means that's going to be like a 40-second interval of not doing damage. Or is it a little bit shorter? Reload speed. Wait, 4-second reload? Okay, my bad. But yeah, I swear it takes them longer to fire. Alright, never mind. They actually fire a little bit faster than I thought. Maybe 10 seconds. One volley every 10 seconds, maybe. But still, that is just slow and it's not efficient damage, unfortunately. And the Chaos Dwarf just walked into the gun line and died, mostly. Yeah, the Kadai Fireborn and Iron Demon all just got killed way early in the game. And that means there's only some some archers that are getting pounded by the Avalanche Mortars, and some pretty cheap chaff to try and break through the enemy screening. Some of them managed to get through, but mostly stopped by those Doom Flayers and Red Ogres. The Kid Claw didn't even need to do much here. It's mostly the Avalanche Mortars and the Rattling Guns doing all the heavy lifting. Poison Gloves did some okay work as well, but yeah. Weapons teams, man, they're tough. You need armor piercing to deal with them, which is the annoying part. You can't just bring archers, because they will tank archer fire. At least they won't die too fast against it. Yeah. That is a tough nut to crack. For the Chaos Dwarves, I guess. Oh, actually, you can probably try bringing Magma Cannon or Hell Cannons, maybe. Just throwing in some idea. Don't take it too seriously, actually. Anyways, next up we have Tomb Kings versus Warriors of Chaos. Ooh, Warriors of Chaos, Scottish Toast here, going very gutsy with the Kolak build. We shall see what happens here. Tomb Kings side with Codex, going with Arc and the Black, a line of skeleton spears and warriors, 2 Tomb Gods. So going very melee heavy here. With only the eyes of Sepulchral Stalkers, no Regiment of Renown, and the Oshapti, regular ones as well, providing some firepower. Oh wait, hold on. Chosen of the Gods, there is indeed 1 Regiment of Renown. Chosen of the Gods, providing that scatter shot. But that's not gonna be working too well against the Severed Claw, so you might need it to just shoot up the Chosen instead. Right now they're firing at the Chariots, which you can see not doing a whole lot. The target is too small for the scatter shot to be effective. Anyways, let's slow down a bit. Tomb Guards, Arc and the Black leading army with Spirit Leech. Ooh, Purple Son of Zerus. That is the perfect spell for the Chosen of Khorne. Still, nothing to deal with the Severed Claw, so that is the... Oh, I guess using the Sepulchral Stalkers to shoot them is the best way to go. But yeah, anyways, that is it for the Tomb Kings build. On the other side, for the Warriors of Chaos, Kolak Sun Eater supported by a Nurgle Healer. This Chaos Sorcerer of Nurgle with Fleshy Abundance and Stream of Corruption. A front line of Marauders flanking those Chosens and Aspiring Champions. The Severed Claw, those are Chosen of Khorne, so extra good at blending through infantry. A pretty big line of skirmishing cavalry. 4 units of Murder Horsemen with throwing axes. And 1 Gorby's Chariot to run through those enemy infantry. Kolak Sun Eater getting a bit ahead of himself. Trying to go after Arkan, but also putting him into the range of all of these Sepulchral Stalkers. The Sepulchral Stalkers, though, taking some damage from the throwing axes, so yeah. They have lost 1 model, but yeah, nothing too devastating so far. Gorby's Chariot is charging into a blob that has Skeleton Horsemen. They do a lot of good impact damage, colliding with those Skeleton Warriors, but they can't really punch through the Skeleton Horsemen. But good news is that for the Tomb Kings is that Kolak is a bit stuck in the middle of a bunch of skeleton forces, and that allows the 3 whole units to shoot at them. I guess the Shafty are still busy shooting at the Gore Beast. But yeah, the 2 Sepulchral Stalkers are just deleting Kolak's HP bar. The front line has collided, but it's gonna take the Chosen some time to break through the Skellies. they are still bodies that they need to cut through. And yeah, Kolek needs a healing, and he needs a healing soon. I think that's a fleshy abundance coming in now. Just to keep Kolek alive. He's such a big target. It's really easy to get a hit on him. And yeah, Gorby's Chariot is still getting a bit stuck and getting obliterated by those Ushapti with great bowls. Oh, now that they are closer to the Ushaptis, the accuracy is a lot better. And yeah, those scatter shots are doing a lot of damage. Throwing axes are moving in, but they are not killing things fast enough. It's skirmishing cavalry usually is just a very consistent, slow source of damage. And they're not good at bursting things down. And that means there's more time for the Sepulchral Stalkers to just turn around and kill, point blank execute poor Kolek here. He's busy fighting one Sepulchral Stalker, but that means the other Sepulchral Stalker is kind of free to engage with their missiles. But that's where the Chaos Sorcerer of Nurgle comes in, and the Gorby's Chariot, I guess, sacrificing themselves to hold down the Sepulchral Stalker while Kolek tries to do his thing and beat down enemy constructs. Especially the Seventh Claw are in range to start dragging down the Sepulchral Stalkers, while the Chosen of Khorne are pretty much unstoppable in the front line. Unless there's the Purple Sun of Cerus, which I missed out earlier. I mean, we saw a Purple Sun earlier, but it didn't kill them off immediately. A good chunk of them are still on the field. Oh no! Spirit Leech and the Sepulchral Stalker is firing in. What are you doing? Seventh Claw, you need to go in. Oh wow, there are 2 units of Sepulchral Stalkers. And one of them... Oh. Both are now shooting at the Severed Claw? Oh wait, both are being busy with the Severed Claw. One running away from them and the other trying to shoot them. But anyways. Kolek is back and trying to slap down some Sepulchral Stalkers. But they are in guard mode and just fly point blank into Kolek and start beating, like, bursting him down as well with that missile damage. And yeah, all that investment into the infantry line means that there is a lack of mobility to really disrupt and shut down the Chosen of the Gods and the Sepulchral Stalkers. The Severed Claw are getting onto the Sepulchral Stalkers, so they probably can quickly blend them through. But oh wow, the Chosen of the Gods are just beating up Kolek, who is routing indeed. And the Chosen of the Gods can just quickly turn around and shoot him down with the last few shots. Or let the Sepulchral Stalker do their thing. Where's the... Oh no, the Nurgle caster has been beaten back. He must have got stuck in the Tomb Gods for too long. And just got grind down there. And that means there's no healing for Kolek. I think that is it. The Warriors of Chaos are going down in this one. We're gonna fast forward as Kolek is getting chased down by the summoned Ushapti. And the summoned Ushapti, okay, the summoned Ushapti crumbled, but Kolek is also close to white. Nope, he managed to rally. But the problem is the healer is not rallying, so Kolek is gonna get stuck in less than, well, around 600 HP permanently. And the throwing axes ain't gonna carry this on their own. So yeah, Kolek, as soon as he gets close to the enemy formation, is just gonna get burst down by the enemy missiles, and there he goes. Army losses brings down everything. The Seventh Claw could have held on, but the rest of the army is gone. So yeah, Kolek is a risky pick. And bringing it against an army with a lot of AP missile is a very, very risky move indeed. And you can see that probably didn't pay off. The Chosens did a lot of good damage, even if they are bombarded by the... Oh, okay. The other not so much. This one did a lot of kills. Just cutting through a ton of Skellies. But the problem is, the Gorby's Chariot got stuck in melee for a little bit too much. They were not efficiently cycle-charged, and the Throwing Axes, they did a lot of damage, but they needed more time to just stay back and chip away the enemy formation. They didn't have that luxury this time, because Kolek just got blasted down by those Sepulchral Stalkers and the Ushaptis. And yeah, the Ushapti held the line. One of them died pretty early, but the rest are fine. And the Tomb Gods, one of them got some really good damage. I think this is the one that surrounded and grind down on the caster there, the Chaos Sorcerer of Nurgle. Archon the Black did okay as well. Damn, my boy. Indeed. Damn, Kolek. A sad day to be a Chaos supporter, right? Alright, next up we have Greenskins versus Bretonia. Greenskins going. Koryo going with a lot of bacon cap and a line of spears. A line of stabbers. The Orc boys with spears, 5 of them, with the 8 loonies, 2 Orc bigans, Ruck Lux armored orcs, and 2 savage orc boar boys. I think these are the non anti-large version, savage orc boar boys, and then a few units of boar boy bigans, not savage orcs. One of them on the broken tusk mob with, I forgot what they have. Oh, they have encourage. All right, but yeah, and then a line of I think that's about it. Yeah, that's most of the units, unless I'm missing things. I don't think I'm missing much. But yeah, now for the leadership. Wait, where's the leader? All right, hold on. Skarsnik leading the army with fermented fungi and curse of the spite of the bad moon, and then a night gobble shaman just hiding away, or they might have been misdeployed. I am not sure, because the Bretonnians can't see them. But yeah, anyways, on the other side we have a line of men-at-arms pole arms, very solid, the most solid, most cost-efficient, well, I guess cost-effective is a better word, cost-effective Bretonnian infantry in terms of fighting power, not holding power, fighting power. There's also the Beast Slayers of Baston, Regiment of Renowned Foot Squires with anti-large pole arms. A lot of bills and whatnot. Vindictive Glare already launching at Albrecht the Borderloo. Anyways, in the skies, 3 units of Pegasus Knights and Albrecht leading the army with some Battle Pilgrims on the flanks. Battle Pilgrims did get a minor buff in the last patch, so they might be a bit better. They are indeed a light infantry that has slightly faster speed than your... Never mind, they have the same speed as peasants. But I guess they work better as like a flanking infantry. The Green Knight also is on the field. Grow Reliquary. Wait, hold on. Spotify is not gonna bring caster as always. Yeah, just YOLOing the Green Knight into the middle of the enemy surround as the Orc Boar Biggins are bailing Skarsnik out of that fight. And oh no, the Pegasus Knights are engaging the Savage Orc Boar Boys, but they are also engaging without any support. They are doing a lot of good damage on the charge. That is for sure. With their anti-large, and on top of that, Rally heroic killing blow, trying to keep. Well, you don't really need Rally this early in battle, but yeah, the fact that the Pegasus Knights able to get a charge on the enemy units was huge, just breaking the backs of these Orc Warrior Biggins pretty damn early. Though some of them are taking a big counter punch in the process. Peasant polearms are moving in, while a bunch of Orc Warrior Biggins, and Skarsnik are still pretty much tied down by Green Knight alone. Green Knight, he might not be doing a whole lot of work right now, but he is definitely occupying a good chunk of the enemy resources, while the Pegasus Knights are dealing with the rest of the enemy army. But they do have to be careful though. Pegasus Knights getting stuck in the middle of a bunch of Orc Biggins who have really good weapon strength and anti-large bonus, able to grind down some of the Pegasus Knights, but Albrecht being nearby managed to terrify these Orc Biggins. Broken Hands mobs are engaging with the Savage Orc Boar Boys, adding a big wah popping on them, and they are going to be doing more damage. As you can see, this poor Pegasus Knights getting obliterated, but more Pegasus Knights are returning to the fight, trying to charge in and smack down the enemy blobbed up bacon cav. The problem is, can the Pegasus Knights hold long enough for them to win this battle, as they are slowly being surrounded and overwhelmed, while the third unit of Pegasus Knights are moving away from this fight. I feel like they need to commit everything into this fight and try to win it. Because right now, only one of the Pegasus Knights have been routed, and the other is trying desperately to fight an overwhelming numbers of opponents. A bunch of them has been routed, but there's nothing to just see them off and push them back while they route. So that might be a bit of a problem. Pegasus Knights over here cleaning up some returning Orc Warrior Biggins, and the Pegasus Knights are just charging all over the battlefield. Very aggressive use of those Pegasus Knights from Spotify. I really like it, but we shall see if that is going to be enough to win the game. As Skarsnik trying to fight Green Knight, but taking a bunch of damage in the process. And then now that he is kind of isolated with all the Orc War Boys being committed to the other side and routed, he is completely unprotected. And Outbreak the Borderloo jumping straight into battle. Skarsnik trying to rampage Outbreak, but Skarsnik is also the closest unit to Outbreak. So he's rampaging right into Skarsnik and slaying him on the spot. And that gives the Greenskins a pretty big disadvantage here. Everything suddenly starts breaking from the Lord recently died leadership debuff. And yeah. Suddenly the Bretonnians are overwhelming the Greenskin defenses, or Greenskin lines. And Green Knight is terrifying everything as well. 8-pick loonies have been popped, but some of them are just rampaging into their own units, like the Ruckluck's armored orcs. And without their lord holding up that leadership, the Greenskins are just constantly routing, even terror routing easily to Outbreak's mere presence. They don't, and they're trying to break off some of these Pegasus Knights, but Outbreak is nearby, and that's gonna quickly see them terrified away. And a Green Knight as well, just applying the terror effect wherever he goes, being an ethereal hero, and just having terror by innately. And yeah, the peasants, some of them are still holding on pretty strong, especially the Beast Slayers of Baston. Yeah. The Men-at-Arms polearms are probably the best infantry in terms of quality among the Bretonnian roster. They have better holding power than your regular peasant men-at-arms with spears. And they have like that anti-large bonus, armor piercing. They have a bit more utility than your foot squires. And they cost a lot less. So yeah, the men-at-arms polearms is pretty dang good on the... pretty elite for a peasant. So yeah, anyways, I think this is pretty much clean up now. Wait, hold on. There's a this is a resurging of Greenskin units. The Orc Boar Begins have returned with the wait. There's no Broken Touch mob actually. Never mind. But yeah, the Orc Boar Begins have returned, and the Pegasus Knights and Outbreak the Borderloo is trying to force an engagement and break some of these guys with that aerial dive bombing. But because of the overwhelming numbers of the Greenskins, the Pegasus Knights are taking a good chunk of damage, being how fragile they are, and surrounding and beating up Outbreak the Borderloo. Now, Pegasus Knights are recharging though, and oh, the terror of Outbreak the Borderloo, breaking the backs of these poor Orc Boar Begins when they very well still could have tried to fight a good fight. Some of them have returned, but oh, the Green Knight, that is gonna be a pain in the ass. There's no magical damage to deal with him right now. I don't even see the Goblin Shaman, so I think that he is out of the question here at this point. And no magical damage from Vindictive Glare either. We're gonna fast forward here, as the resurging Greenskins will be fading as well due to the double terror. Only one terror applies, but still. And the 8-peak loons are the only thing pretty much gonna fight to the death here. As all the bacon camp are just getting shut down by Outbreak jumping nearby, while the 8-peak loonies are surrounded and overwhelmed bit by bit. I clearly picked a Warlord Lord this match. Fix that for my next game. Yeah, Skarsnik is kind of shit. He has less mobility because he can't ride on his squig. The squig is his good friend, to be fair, all things considered, but still. And it was a good fight for sure. Yeah. AP Loonies did a lot of damage and a lot of kills, I assume, from the spinning loons. Missed it though. Mostly paying attention to the Pegasus Knights, who are very fragile and just died pretty fast. But the terror come in really handy in the late game from the Green Knight and Outbreak the Borderloo. And yeah, GG to both players here. Getting some pretty good damage done. Broken Toss Mob got some good damage, but unfortunately, yeah, Skarsnik kind of sucks. Like, he doesn't have Tormentor Sword. If you have if it's the generic Night Gobble Big Boss, then War Boss, the Tormentor Sword would have helped him get away from Outbreak, but not in this case. Probably need less Orc Boys and more Boar Boy Biggins. Savage Orc Boy Biggins, maybe? That is a question for the later games here. And GG to both players, and we're moving on to the next battle. But yeah, a good fight indeed, a very scrappy battle. Alright, next up, Dark Elves. Are we gonna see... The question is, are we gonna see... Doombolt Bombardment? Yeah, we're seeing Doombolt Bombardment and Power of Darkness, just trying to get as much Doombolt damage as possible. Yeah, I think I'm gonna ban Doombolt next week. Yeah. It's not a very interactive... It's worse than Spirit Leech. Because it does so much more damage. Yeah, let's just ban Doombolt next week. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. I should have banned Doombolt this week, and I shouldn't have used it. But yeah, we're banning Doombolt next week. Yep. So for army builds here, Drugash going with a bunch of armor-piercing skirmishing, Dart Riders with repeater crossbows and Scourge Runner chariots. Front line of there's not really a front line, but like 2 units of spears guarding 1 Reaper Bolt thrower, and 4 units of 4 units of Koa Knights and 2 Dart Riders with shields. Leading the army is a Doombolt caster with Power of Darkness, and on the... I think I see a Burning Head caster too. Yeah, Sorceress of Burning Head here, just Burning Head. So Burning Head to kill Chaff and Doombolt to kill characters, with Power of Darkness to get more Winds of Magic and recharge. Anyways, on the other side for the Tomb Kings, the front line of Skellies, and then backed up by Chosen of the Gods, a bunch of Skeleton Chariots, and Skeleton Horse Archers. These are Skeleton Horsemen for mobility, and some Nekara Horsemen as well. Slightly higher quality stuff. And leading the army, etc. than Perishable. Having more HP, he can probably tank the Doombolts better, but it is still going to be very, very threatening here. Having Osirian's Incantation of Vengeance, Jaff's Incantation of Cursed Blades, etc. That is it for both of the armies here. Skeleton Horse Archers are trying to do some kiting. Maybe if they can try and counter skirmish the Dart Riders, it will be cool. Oh, there's already a lot of good damage coming in from the Chosen of the Gods here. Shooting at one of the Dark Rider unit as the skirmish begins. One of the Dark Rider has been routed, but Detra and these Horse Archers are getting whittled down by all these armor-piercing missiles on the other side. Both armies are going super wide with their skirmishing game here. Skeleton Horsemen charging into Dark Riders, and soon the Cold One Knights are gonna go and finish them off. So they just need to do as much damage as possible before they go down. These Skeleton Horsemen also getting caught by the Cold One Knights. Yeah, but at the same time, the Reaper Bolt throwers are whittling down the Chosen of the Gods bit by bit. Maybe this is a good time to just, while the Cold One Knights are still busy with the Skeleton Horsemen, this might be a good time to send those Skeleton Chariots over and just disrupt the Reaper Bolt throwers, because they're doing some pretty nasty work against the Chosen of the Gods. While the rest of the Skeleton mobility are not in the place to really disrupt them. Oh no, Cetra is getting closer frontline and now getting whittled down by armor-piercing missiles. He needs every single bit of HP he can get just to weather the storm from the Doombolt spams. Oh, Sorcerer is already spamming some Doombolts already, and that's probably why Cetra took a bunch of damage as well. And yeah, things are looking pretty rough for the Tomb Kings. They are just not really effectively counter-skirmishing. At least the Chosen of the Gods are doing some good damage and knocking out some of these Reaper Bolt for models. But they themselves taking a lot of losses in the process as well. Yeah. And the Scourge Runners are also just doing some good damage overall. Alright, finally, an engagement is going to start on the right flank here. Nekara Horseman trying to pull away. Oh, the Doombolt coming in. Oh, so much damage. Is that like 2,000... 1,000 plus damage onto... Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah, I'm banning Doombolt next week. Holy fuck. Yeah, that's a lot of damage on Cetra. That's like 10% HP of the guy gone, and he has like 10,000 HP. Holy shit. Yeah, no. Yeah. But yeah, Skeleton Spear is moving up, but I think that is... the Horse Archers are still gonna get caught and obliterated in melee. while Cetra is just trying to stay away. There's too much AP missile screening him right now. Every time he tries to like push up a bit, he's just gonna get shot to bits. And with the Skellies all trying to drive ahead and push the enemy position, that leaves a lot of gaps in their backline, allowing some of the Koans to just jump onto these Chosen of the Gods. While Cetra continues to get harassed by armor-piercing missiles and Doombolt spam. You can't even dodge them. That's the really awkward part of it. Another 10% of his HP, probably more than 10% of HP gone from that one shot. And Cetra is just not getting much damage done, despite costing so much. Like, the whole point of getting so much HP, I guess, is just to tank Doombolts. But at the same time, he's also getting whittled down by skirmishing cavalry. We're gonna fast forward here. As on the other side, the Koan cavalry plus the skirmishers are slowly whittling down the enemy cavalry and monsters, while the infantry are just largely ignored unless they start fighting the Skellies. Wait, the Dread Spears. The Dread Spears will grind them down with no problem. And oh no, bully off the whole fight. Yeah, Cetra just didn't have any good fights for him. Like, everything is running away from him. Everything is like a good kiter on the other side. And just refusing to engage. So, Cetra simply does not get to fight. He can spam his Ursirian's incantation of Vengeance and Jav's Curse Plates. And he needs to spam them just to get some passive healing going. But otherwise, he just doesn't really have a good fight going for him. Everywhere he goes, he just gets shot and kited. And yeah, maybe Arcane the Black would have been. Arcane the Black is just gonna get deleted by Doombolt. What am I saying? So yeah, it's a lot of kiting and Doombolt spamming, and Cetra just went down like that. There's still a lot of Skellies that have been trying to screen enemy mobility and being left out of the fight. Like the Dark Elves simply ignored all those units and just keep going for things that really matter. Oh, maybe he should have went for Naru's Incantation of Protection, actually. That probably would have worked better for him. To absorb all those armor-piercing AP missiles. Well, that's too late now. He's going down, and I think that's going to be a victory for the Dark Elves, especially there's a Burning Head just roasting those Skellies. And Cetra is still trying to dodge those missiles, but nobody's dodging at Doombolt, and he just got sniped. And yeah. 360 no scope straight from the sky. Decent damage from some of the skirmishers, but we all know it's the Doombolt caster doing all the work here. And Koan Cavalry is still very threatening wherever they go, with all the anti-large AP. Getting quite a bit of kills as well. Tomb Kings here, yeah, unfortunately they just had to deal with Doombolt bullshit. Yeah, I'm banning Doombolt next week, man. Holy crap. Yeah, that is gonna be it here. Doombolt takes the crown. And also, like, Doombolt is like 30% of why the Dark Elves won. And the 70%, the rest of the 70% is just Drugash doing really well with the kiting. And the Tomb Kings had no effective ways to deal with them. Maybe sending in the mobility and just trying to pressure those archers would be good. Yeah. Now that I look at the formation, they don't really have that much infantry melee assets either. But at the same time, they don't have anything to really fight the Koan Knights in melee. Like, all they can do is try to use Cetra to spam as many Incantation of Vengeance as possible to slowly drain them down, and that's not quite enough, I don't think. But the sheer numbers of mobility did put a dent in their HP bar and clean off quite a few of those units. Through sheer attrition and getting shot by Chosen of the Gods, I suppose. But yeah, Cetra just got bullied off the whole fight, as you said there. Alright, next up, let's just watch something else. Yeah, let's, yeah, I don't want to watch another Dark Elf game just yet, since we just seen a Dark Elf game. A slightly different Skaven versus Chaos Dwarf battle on this one. We might have seen a similar battle before, but we do have 2 Chaos Dwarf players today, so yeah. The Kid Claw from Milky Way versus Pasha's Astrogolf Iron Hand again. Now Milky Way going for a very similar, same build as last time. Skaven slaves in the front line, backed up by Rattling Guns, Avalanche Mortars, and Wolf Rats Poison, Rat Ogres, and more Skaven slaves at the back. Some Clan Rats in the front, I think, yeah. Some Clan Rats with shields, a couple of them. Leading the army is a Kid Claw, and that's it for the Skaven army build. For the Chaos Dwarves, a very different build. Is it very different? Not really. Well, quite a different actually. There's still the Vanguard deployed Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders ready to jump the enemy backline, but there's also the Hashut's Dark Ravagers for those armor-piercing missiles and also anti-infantry melee. Hobgoblin Sneaky Gits ready to just jump the unsuspecting Skaven troops. Goblin Archers, Hobgoblin Archers actually, sorry, and 2 Kadai Fireborn, providing that monster's infantry presence to break through enemy front lines. Leading the army is Astrogolf Iron Hand with Flamestorm and wait, hold on. There's the Ash Storm as well. Flamestorm, Ash Storm, Alert of Storm, and Black Hammer of Hashut. Immediately, the Avalanche Mortars is deleting the enemy infantry lines. But the Fireborn has been held back so far, just biding their time before being called into action. But Rattling Guns already opening fire at the Hobgoblin Sneaky Gits, not only knocking out a good chunk of their HP, but also slowing down their advance by knocking them over, plus suppressing their speed down to only 25. And you can see this one Hobgoblin Sneaky Gits is almost done for. The rest are still moving into combat, and some even have the support of a Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders that jumps in. But Wolf Rats with Poison are now moving up, and Flamestorm as well, dropping into the Teeth Breaker's backline, just trying to delete those Rattling Guns here, as they are the biggest threat to those Kadai Fireborn, who is already breaking through the enemy front line there, applying that fear effect to their finest. And yeah, the Rattling Guns might want to start. Oh yeah, they are whittling down on those Kadai Fireborn with the sheer volume of fire. Especially Kadai Fireborn has closed in, putting them in point-blank range almost. And yeah, they're getting showered with Warpstone bullets. While Red Ogres probably want to start moving in and pinning down the Kadai Fireborn. And Kid Claw is going after Astrogolf Iron Hand. That might be a bit of a foolish endeavor here. Since Astrogolf is pretty damn good in melee, actually. Yeah. The Rattling Guns are turning around and try to shoot down the enemy's flank and push back the enemy's slaves, and more importantly, Hashut's Dark Ravagers. I think they're aiming at the Hashut's Dark Ravagers. Yeah, they are. But there's a little bit of a line of sight issue, so not a lot of them are firing. On the other side, Kadai 5-1 beating up some Rat. Actually getting tied down by Rat Ogres, but more Wolf Raiders are coming to help and just to shut down the rest of the Globadiers. Didn't really pay attention to what the Globadiers were doing, but the infantry department is too neglectable in terms of cost, so we don't have. I didn't really pay attention to them. It's just all chaff on the greenskin side, anyways. Red Ogres are holding. Rattling Guns have been shut down, and another Flamestorm coming in. I think that spells the end of the Rattling Guns. Yeah, they're taking a good chunk of damage and getting shot by the flaming arrows. Red Ogres are on the Hobgoblin backline trying to work down the enemy shooters, but there's another unit of regrouped archers firing in, so that's not great for them. Plus the Avalanche Mortars get. Oh, well. The Avalanche Mortars still being pushed back. Oh. Sorry. Being pushed back by Astrogolf Iron Hand. And, yeah. The Dark Bundle overextending a bit, being dragged down by a sheer amount of enemy troops with Skaven Slaves and Red Ogres. And Avalanche Mortars though being driven back. It is the battle of the century here. Two mechanical lords, one mechanical in terms of body, and the two mechanical in terms of the mount. Doomflayer versus the Astrogolf mecha. But yeah, it's hard to say either of them would have the secure win here. But indeed, the Skavens have a slight advantage in balance of power. A lot of the Killstorm units are running for the hills, and all that's left are pretty much Astrogolf and the Sneaky Gits, and the Hashustar Ravagers. That's about it. Everything's... Oh wait, no, there's some Goblin Laborers. But yeah, they desperately need all these units to come back, as they're around a quarter of HP and still have quite a bit of use here. Both sides are forgetting some of their units here. Goblin Laborers and Wolfrat's Poison just extending way off the mid of the map, all the way to the edge to try and see units off, I assume. Ashstorm versus a Cleansing Ruin, but of course Ashstorm doesn't do immediate damage, while Cleansing Ruin does, so I think it has an upper hand in this. And he is busy just dispatching the rest of the Skaven units. Balance of power is moving more and more in favor of the Skavens right now, as Astrogolf is approaching army losses with the rest of his army running for the hills. And yeah, for the army performances here, Avalanche Mortars did well. Not good enough to earn back its value, I don't think. And Bradling Guns did quite poor. Well, the Teeth Breakers done quite poorly. They were just too busy shooting at the infantry, I think. The other managed to delete some Kadai Fireball, so that is great. And Red Ogres probably needed to be more proactive in the early game to screen instead of waiting for the friendlies to get dragged into melee before screening. Yeah, they just need to commit into the fight a little bit earlier, I think. I didn't really pay attention to the globes. One of them did some really good damage. I might actually jump back in to check what the fuck were they up to get 1,500 gold. Astrogolf did really well as always. The Flamestorm on the enemy weapons teams, eliminating that infantry support all over the place, and Cutthroats, Hobgobble, Cutthroats, Archers, and Goblin Laborers all just engaging enemies on all fronts. But yeah, the Wolf Raiders didn't really earn back their worth. Neither did one of the Kadai Fireborn. The Kadai Fireborn got shredded by that Rattling Gun there, so that was quite unfortunate for them. And also some of the Wolf Raiders tried to dive the enemy backline, but just got screened by Rat Ogre. Yeah, let's just check what was the Poisoning Globe on the right up to. Didn't really pay attention to that. Alright, so Poisoning Globes are just holding the flank on the right. Oh. Man, I missed opportunity there to just nuke everything. But yeah, the Flamestorm did some good damage. Oh yeah, the Poisoning Globes just deleted some Hobgoblins, but they also did a lot of friendly fire actually. That was unfortunate. They got some good value so far, and Kadai Fireball are now hunting them down. But then, Red Ogres are trying to bail them out while they are barely surviving. Barely. But then finally they got routed. Wait, it's not this unit that get those Poisoning Globe damage. What? Oh, never mind. They might be the... Okay, that's one Poisoning Globe unit. Oh, this Poisoning Globe unit got deleted. Wait, what? only see one Puzzling Globe unit. Went all the way to the other side of... Wait, what? Oh, it might be... It might be the Puzzling Globes on the other side? Wait, no, never mind. I might have got the wrong damage value. Oh, yeah, never mind. The Rattling Guns did the damage, yeah. I might have misread the sign there. Yeah, just Star Ravagers did okay. Not amazing, but okay. Oh, the Kadai Fireball on the left flank, on the right flank, was welcomed by a full volley of Rattling Guns. So the wait, no, left flank, right flank. One of the Kadai Fireball definitely got welcomed by the Rattling Guns and took a bunch of shit ton of damage, I think. But yeah, anyways, we're not gonna rewatch that. So like we've seen how good the Rattling Guns can be these days. They use, it's like 2-3 patches ago, their accuracy was absolute gobshite. Just constantly missing because of the bullet spread, but it seems like it's not the case anymore, making them a lot more solid than before. Alright, let's delete that. And alright, let me just quickly grab some more water. I think I ran out of tea. So I'll do that and be back in a minute. I might need a bigger cup for more tea at once. I just drank the tea way too fast. Alright, we're back with more tea and more games to cast. Drugash with Malekith, once again with Doombolt spam and Soul Stealer this time. With a fucking almost full mobility army. One token spear unit to occupy the capture point, and that's about it. Everything else is just mobility. I suppose the halberd, the blackout of Nagaron's spam no longer works against undead, so kiting would be the way here. And that is a whole lot of Dark Riders with repeater crossbows plus Scourge Runner chariots. And right, yeah, we unmuted ourselves. That's good. All right, Cold One Knights on the flanks. And that's gonna be a tough fight for the Vampire Counts for sure. Dark Riders, Malekith with self-healing and Doombolt spam and the Power of Darkness to get more magic out. And you already used one, I think. Oh, onto the spears who are just hiding away. It's like a sacrificial lamb for the Power of Darkness. On the other side, for the and some Dark Riders. Yeah, this is gonna be. We might fast forward this one because we are seeing we're gonna see a lot of kiting here. Zombies in the front line, second line of skeletons, spears, corpse caught on Holy Lodestone, a bunch of Vargeist in the skies, Curved Horrors, and more Vargeist on the other side. Dire Wolves. Is there a Dire Pack? No. And that's gonna be rough. This Vampire army is gonna get kited to death. We might fast forward here as kiting begins. The repeater crossbows are already immediately opening fire at the easiest target, the Unholy Lodestone Cold Scott. And Koa Knights are psycho charging. Oh, they're a good catch though. Seeing that the Dark Riders are a bit out of position, Dark Wolves are jumping onto the Dark Riders and are catching them out of position. Crypt Horrors and Vargheists are jumping in as well, but the Dark Riders with repeater crossbows, seeing them, immediately jumps over and try to shower them with their firepower. Although that opens them up to a charge from the Vargheists, who jumps in as well and are trying to get jump on the enemy units. Oh, here comes the first Doom Bolt of the day. And how many? It's gonna kill a bunch of Vargheists, isn't it? Oh. Boom! A good chunk of damage onto 2 Vargheist units and Malekith plus the Koa Knights, just grinding them down. Although they're picking off another unit of Koa Knights on the other side, but they might want to send one of the Vargheist over to just deal with the other Koa Knights over there and try to eliminate the enemy mobility as much as possible. Yeah, well, damn, send something over to kill the... Oh wait, no, they're Vargheist are doing the work here, so I guess that works. But yeah, the Scourge Runner Chariots are kiting, and repeater crossbows are kiting as well, moving in and try to shower the enemy with their armor-piercing fire. Especially the Scourge Runners have anti-large bonus on the field. Vargheists are now just trying very actively and psycho-charging and charging around, trying to pick off the enemy mobility as much as possible, but nasty breath attack onto the 2 Vargheist units that have been overlapping pretty damn hard. And they take a bunch of heavy damage, and then the Dark Riders plus Scourge Runners will be moving into kite. Nope. Although the Scourge Runners don't have fire will turn off, so they will be automatically firing at the closest unit, including the Skellies and Zombies. A second Power of Darkness, this time onto the Dress Sphere once more, just to get a bit more damage and magic out. And now Malekith is safe to keep spamming Doom Bolt and Soul Stealers. And that is gonna be really freaking annoying to fight, I would say. Yeah. Malekith even daring to take this fight against... Oh no, this is a Soul Stealer bait! Doom Bolt onto Menfred, and then is there a Soul Stealer coming in? Oh no, Menfred is just bunch up onto the Vargheist. Here's the Doom Bolt, and that might just nuke everything. Oh, yeah, 2 Vargheist took a bunch of heavy damage, and Malekith, and Menfred as well. If here comes the Soul Stealer, that is going to be devastating damage, but looks like Malekith doesn't have the magic to do it. Otherwise, this would be the opportunity to Soul Stealer everything in the blob. But yeah, the mobility are being driven back right now, and the Vargheist are just going all in with Menfred, trying to work down Malekith. But Malekith is a tough motherfucker to kill. A tough bastard? But yeah, bastard is a more appropriate word in this context. But yeah, Vargheist are jumping down onto some of the Dark Riders, trying to work them down. But there are no more Dire Wolves on the field, so there's no more cheap and cheerful mobility and try to work down the enemy skirmishers. While Dark Riders and Koa Knights, seeing the Vargheist are on the ground and open for a counter charge, immediately jumps onto them and take out a huge chunk of health from them. While the zombies are just pushing, but there's no... Oh, the zombies are being left on the left... yeah, well, no pun intended. Are being left alone on the left flank. They need to keep moving over to keep compressing the space for kiting for the... Yeah, they need to just keep moving over and compressing the space for kiting for the Dark Elves. Because the Dark Elves are just shifting the battlefield around. They're just going to shift the entire army over and walk around, run circles around the undead right now. But Menfred took a lot of damage from the crossfire and probably more Doom Bolts. Yeah, the crossfire from the Dark Rider is definitely not helping, and a huge blob of undead troops getting hit by that Soul Stealer. And Menfred is just going to go down to the Dark Rider crossbow fire. I think that seals the deal for the game here. As a good chunk of that infantry being forgotten there was a pretty lethal mistake as well. I don't think it met... yeah, they need to be in sync with the rest of the army. The monsters need support from the infantry, or at least need some screening. Like, the infantry over here could have just keep pushing and just drive back the enemy skirmishers and just push them back and force them to dump some ammo onto these skellies instead of the more expensive monsters and stuff. But now it's all infantry left on the field, and Soul Stealer, Doom Bolt spam, and skirmishing plus breath attack are just gonna work them down. And army losses just hits. That is a rough one there, and a lot of damage dealt to. Yeah, a lot of damage dealt by just Malekith himself spamming spells. And yeah, GG to both players there, but the kiting is a bit too much for the vampire counts. I think the vampire counts did really well with the a very valiant effort of anti-kiting with the limited mobility. Just that unfortunately, I think the infantry didn't keep up, and that could have helped a bit. And Manfred just took so much damage, damn, from all the missiles and Doom Bolt spam. Yeah, that's a lot of damage overall. I wonder if it's possible to use the Purple Son of Zerus on some of the Koan cavalry when they had a chance. Because I think they do some pretty good damage to cavalry as well. But yeah, that is gonna be it for this one. Oh no, he didn't bring Purple Son of Zerus. That would have been really useful in that case. And no Spirit Leech either. Definitely Spirit Leech would be better than no, Spirit Leech, I don't think that's gonna kill Malekith fast enough. Soul Stealer is gonna save him, as usual. Alright, next up, let's get a Greenskins versus Chaos Dwarf. Where Curio is going with a bunch of Squigs spamming this time. 4 Squigs and 1 Hammer of Gork, a bunch of Bacon Calf, 2 Orc Bagons, 2 Orc Boar Boys, and then 1 Orc Boar Bagons, the Broken Tusk Mob, Manji Marauders, Rusty Airs, and Ruglux Armored Orcs, 8 Pig Loonies, 4 Orc Boys, 2 Gobbles, and 1 Gobble Spears. Leading the army is a Gobble Great Shaman on a Spider with Vindictive Glare, and Don't Even Try It. On the other side of the Don't Even Try It is it's only available. Wait, is it available? Yeah, never mind. I think it's fine. It's available whenever. But yeah, and anyways, for the Goblin Great Shaman. Anyways, on the other side, Hobgobble Sneaky Gits on the front line, which traits better into infantry. Blunderbusses already getting hit by the Rock Lobber, and Vindictive Glare onto the enemy blunderbuss. 5 blunderbusses in total. Gobble Laborers guarding the rear, guarding the flanks with Infernal Gods of Fire Glaives, providing even more firepower. So a lot of firepower on the Chaos Dwarf side. Drazoaf the Ashen leading the army, already getting hit a bit by the Vindictive Glare. Alright, and also a Bull Santa Torok to fight any large single entities, I assume. Blunderbusses to kill everything else. And Sneaky gets to cut down enemy infantry. I'm curious about what happened to the Torok here. Let's see. The Torok is trying to dodge the enemy Archer Fire, since the Ruglux Armored Orcs can do some pretty good damage. Manji Marauders, okay, that's a lot of firepower, but the Sneaky Gits are launching their precursory missiles, whittling down some of the enemy's skirmishers. But yeah, the Bull Center Torok getting their armor sundered by the Rusty Airs. Already receiving quite a bit of damage. 8 Pig Loonies dropping that Fanatics cast. Can they reach the blunderbusses? We shall see. Some minor damage to the Chaos Dwarf blunderbusses. Bull Center Torok getting hit hard by those armor sundering Archer Fire. And he's getting YOLO'd into the backline. Remember, the Bull Center Torok, Bull Centers in general, just doesn't have a lot of armor. 70 max. And with that armor sundering down to a meager 40, and he's just getting showered by Rusty Airs. Although the Chaos Dwarf infantry line are taking a huge beating from all those Rock Lobbers and Archer Fire as well. Vindictive Glare from the Gobble Great Shaman also doing some pretty good damage, but they're firing back. And the Gobble Great Shaman is taking a ton of damage. Bull Center Torok staying around the Rusty Air for a little too long and just taking a ton of damage. Looks like it's just RR soloing it. Yeah, it looks like about right. He's just been hanging around dilly-dallying in front of the Archers for a little too long. And too close too. Blunderbusses and Fireglaves are firing in and peeling back the enemy advancing infantry. The Orc boys being slowed down by Ash Storm as well. Just buying a bit more time for the Blunderbusses and Fireglaves to shoot, while the Broken Tusk Mob trying to plunge themselves into melee combat and work down those Cleo Storm Blunderbusses, but taking them some time to get through all those armored infantry, I guess. Not that the armor matches here, but they don't have the greatest stats to begin with anyway. So yeah, it's gonna take them some time, but it's fine. While the infantry of the Chaos Dwarves are being occupied, there's nothing really to deal with the Squig Herds coming in from the flank. After almost 3 minutes of battle, finally they have walked their way all around the enemy flank and will be launching themselves upon those Fireglaves. Fireglaves are anti-lodge, but they're not immune to damage. And they're just taking a lot of beating right now. The charge impact damage, especially into their rear, with a really well-timed wah as well, boosting the Greenskins' damage massively. And yeah, the Squigs and Orc boys are just hitting when they hit the hardest, maximizing the damage with the wah, with that wah activation. And now those Fireglaves getting immediately burst down by all those charge impact and armor piercing anti-infantry. And with the backline completely collapsing from that well-timed wah and bacon calf plus a Squig charge, there goes the last hope for the Chaos Dwarfs to turn this one around, as their gunline, their best damage dealers are getting run down by all those greenskin mobility. Yeah, and the Bull Center Turok just getting shredded by the Rusty Airs are not great either. For the Greenskins, I really like that one charge at the end there. Really well executed charge with a well-timed wah to just combo it. 1-2 punch. And overwhelming the enemy backline there. While the front line is largely occupied by the enemy gobbles and orc boys in general. Yeah. And while the Killstorms probably spending too much onto the missiles there. Just not enough to defend the flanks and the rear from an all-out charge of those Greenskins. I think the only chance here is to single entity spam. Yeah, probably. I think maybe the Blunderbusses have a chance if they just guard the flanks instead of or maybe you just need Wolf Raiders. You just need a shit ton of Wolf Raiders to try and yeah, to counter the enemy cavalry. Next up is Bretonnian versus Vampire Hounds. Alright. Wait. Response to mayonnaise! Oh! My lady! And response to Leonaise. I've been mixing the name up a little. I've been just using the mayonnaise a bit too much now, and I'm just defaulting to it. Anyways, response to Leonaise with the Green Knight leading the army and a ton of peasants with only a couple knights. A line of men-at-arms polearms with holy wardens. Wolf Raiders are food for boar boys with both armor and AP. Yeah, that is an issue. Wolf Raiders, but yeah, the shield and the armor is still gonna mitigate the Wolf Raider 5 power. So it's rough. It's rough. As always, one of the biggest weaknesses of the Killstorm is their lack of mid-range cavalry. But yeah, anyways, for the army builds here, let's focus on the battle here with the Bretonnians from Spotify. Front line of men-at-arms, polearms with Beast Slayers of Bastogne and Holy Wardens of Le Mason Tile. We now have bonus versus infantry finally. I don't know why they did not have that to begin with, but yeah, apparently it's a thing now. With a couple Knights of the Realm and one single Blessfeud Trebuchet and Foot Squires guarding them. Foot Squires, I guess. Oh, they're there to protect them from zombie summons. That's probably why. Yeah, that explains it. Some Grail Reliquary in the front line, a couple of them just to protect those peasants from terror and fear. Just making sure they fight to their death instead of running away early. Anyway, skeleton spears in the front line. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, I think that's about it, yeah. Wait, where's the... Yeah, the Fleur-de-Lis banner. Okay. 35 effect range. 10 melee defense and 8 attack. And it's a purple item, so it costs 200 gold. And yet, that is shittier than whatever the fuck Gorbat Ironclaw has. I just don't get what the fuck is this. Man, come on. Give Response to the Lyonnaise a little bit more respect. And at least buff the item, or reduce its cost. If you're not reducing the rarity, at least buff the item, man. Like, it's shittier than the Great Leader is here. Or whatever that item is called on Gorbat Ironclaw. That gives 10 attack and defense. I think it has even more range at 55 or something, or is it 35? I forgot. But yeah, that makes no sense. It is way better than the Fleur-de-Lis banner. I don't think it even needs to be enabled in melee. It just needs it's just there in general. So yeah, less restriction, more effect, and wider range. It's Fleur-de-Lis banner just get power creep so bad. Anyways, on the far flank, far corner of the battlefield, Green Knight is just Vanguard deployed all the way out, ready to jump the enemy unsuspecting foes. They do have to be careful though, because Manfred is here to... Oh, no Spirit Leech, but Fate of Buna, I guess. But there's no Grail Knights to get Fate of Buna, so I guess that has to go into the Knights of the Realm. On the other side, for the undead, a front line of zombies and skellies backed up by Grave Gods with halberds and more zombies. And then 2 units of Blood Knight. Oh wait, 1 Blood Knights with lances and 1 Black Knights with lances and barding. Dire Wolves. Oh wait, actually. Blood Knights of lances and Black Knights with lances and barding on the other flank as well. So 2 units each. And a cost card Unholy Lowstone. Both sides bringing some weak single entity for buffing, and Manfred von Carstein going with Fate of Buna, Race Dead, and Invocation of the Heck. Blast 3 Trebuchet immediately punishing those Grave Gods with the rock drops. And Rapunzel is not close enough to use the Fleur-de-Lis banner. She needs to get into melee as well, which kind of sucks for the ability. I don't think it's a bad thing, I guess. She needs to go into melee usually. But yeah. This time, Bretonnian is completely outclassed in terms of mobility. Fate of Buna onto one of the Knights of the Realm, indeed. So they are gonna get deleted from existence. They are probably just gonna try and get a charge and try to do as much damage as possible. But no, they have their attacking order on the Blood Knights, and which means the Black Knights intercepting the charge is not getting counter charge, getting a full charge onto the Knights of the Realm, immediately getting collapsed by a combination of Blood Knights and Black Knights and Dire Wolves as well. Yeah, I think the undead are getting a really good advantage right now. Although the Green Knight is here. Holy Wardens of Lamazing Tower tearing apart those to type. And the Green Knight shutting down the Unholy Lodestone Coast Guard as well. The infantry of the Bretonnian is winning. The problem is, what can he do to stop the Blood Knights and Black Knights from terrorizing their lines with psycho charges and stuff? I don't know, honestly, because the Men-at-Arms polearms are pretty much stuck on the enemy zombies and Grave Gods and stuff. And not much they can do right now. While the Blood Knights and Black Knights are overpowering those Bretonnian cavalry. And now the rear charges are coming in, slamming into the backs of those Men-at-Arms polearms. Some rocks are coming. The last few Trebuchet are doing some pretty good damage here, smashing apart some of those Black Knights. But the Blood Knights are mostly intact, and now they might actually convert and just try to deal with those enemy artillery. But the Foot Squires are a good choice there, fending off those Dire Wolves who are infantry sized. Green Knight is trying to cut down some of the enemy knights, but it's gonna be a tall order here. Oh, the Men-at-Arms! They're gonna get recharged by Blood Knights. That's not gonna look pretty at all. Look at how the peasant just goes flying around, immediately flashing with leadership issues. They're not the Beast Slayers of Baston. They don't have much leadership. So immediately the men-at-arms spawns have been collapsed, and yeah, the Blood Knights are commanding the battlefield. Zombie summons has been dropped onto the Blackfeet Trebuchet, and not even the Foot Squires can save them from routing. But Rapunzel the Lyonnaise is coming back, trying to pin down Manfred with the Foot Squires. Just temporarily drawing out this battle here. Maybe try and pin down Manfred, who is pushing out of the fight though. And Rapunzel is not able to snipe out this Lord right now. She even turned on the sword of Lyonnaise, but just not able to get a good hit onto Manfred. That was a shame. Yeah, that is the problem of Rapunzel, just being a meager horse character with no good weapon reach with the two-handed sword. Yeah. And opponents versus infantry, and just not good at fighting other characters. I think we're gonna fast forward here, as the Bretonnians are suffering pretty badly. The Black Knights are being pinned onto peasants and getting grind down. Blood Knights charging in though, just punching down those Holy Wardens of the Mason Town, who are lightly armored and easy to get ravaged by enemy cavalry. Blood Knights also psycho charging down the Beast Slayers of Baston to death. And the psycho charging is unstoppable. There's just simply nothing to stop the psycho charging here. And yeah, I think that is going to be GG for the Bretonnians, as the infantry heavy army is unfortunately just not great against all these psycho charging. Oh, the Green Knight and Rapunzel are doing some pretty good damage, but even working down the Blood Knight shoulder to shoulder. One thing about Rapunzel is that she is actually relatively tanky in melee fights. But the problem is, being tanky doesn't win you the game. She has a really small unit profile, I guess, as far as the character goes. She is only, after all, a mounted character, nothing too insane. But she, of course, still gets surrounded by halberds, and she'll still take damage from there. Green Knight is coming back to help, but nothing on that side cares about the terror, so they're gonna hold and just keep grinding down our pawns in the middle. Both characters did some good damage, but the problem is the peasants really dropped the ball here. Oh, one of them did a lot of damage, grinding down some of the enemy cavalry. But yeah, the Knights of the Realm here got completely outclassed by the Vampire Count's cavalry here. And once the cavalry goes down, the Bretonnians just have nothing to defend against the Vampire Knights, who just got some excellent value, psycho charging down all those peasants from behind. Yeah, that's about it. Not much to say here. Unfortunately, the full infantry rush doesn't work well against the undead. Alright, let's try something else. Yeah, let's jump into this Chaos Dwarf versus Tomb Kings first. The infantry of Bretonnians is winning something you rarely hear. That's true. That is true. They did bring some high quality, as far as peasants go, high quality infantry this round. Next up we have Codex versus Pasha. Codex going with a line of skeletons once again, 3 skeleton horsemen, a few units of Shapti Great Bows, one of them the Chosen of the Gods, and then 3 more skeleton horses. Leading the army is Arkan the Black and Bone Giant for some long range artillery fire. Eyes of the Desert for Sepulchral Stalkers, great anti-monster missile. But yeah, so a lot of oh, and also the Sepulchral Stalkers. A lot of firepower on the Tomb King side here. Can they peel off all those Chaos threats? We shall see. Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders, one of them the Oglac Khan's Wolf Boys, both of them the Skirmishers. And a line of Goblin Laborers plus some Hobgoblin Sneaky Gits. At the back there, Infernal Gods with Fire Glaives and 1 Hobgoblin Sneaky Gits. Oh, guarding the Hell Cannon. The Hell Cannon, yeah, the Hell Cannon's dead. There's nothing to stop the Bone Giant from sniping it out. Also, 3 units of Shaptis, man. This massive target of an artillery is just gonna get evaporated. So yeah, they need to rush. They need to rush immediately. Just ignore the artillery fight. The Hell Cannon is not gonna survive that. And start rushing for the enemy formation. While the Hell Cannon will just try to do as much damage as possible. And aiming down the Bone Giant already. It does do, it's actually pretty meh damage. Most of the damage source comes from the explosion. So onto a single entity, that doesn't really do much. Let's fast forward here. As the Hell Cannon is getting deleted. Maybe even just drop the Hell Cannon crew and run away. Just wait for a better... Like, the enemy doesn't have any cavalry, so they can't just run their troops over and kill your Hell Cannon crew. It might actually be better to just drop the crew, run it out of range, and just push the rest of that army out and try and deal with the enemy constructs first. And then once the constructs are occupied, run those artillery crew back up and start pounding the enemy infantry as much as possible. Because the enemy can't target the... Oh, yep, there goes the Hell Cannon, and that's like 1,000 something gold gone. With not much done throughout the battle. Like, the enemies can't target the artillery crew on its own. Can't target the artillery model on its own if the artillery crew is not mounted on it. So if you run the artillery crew out, send everything to try and fight the enemy constructs, occupy them, and or at least just keep them busy instead of firing at your artillery. Then maybe you can bring back the Hell Cannon crew and just use the Hell Cannon to its maximum potential. But right now that's not going to happen, and the infantry are moving up. Drazov the Ashen tried to occupy the Bone Giant, but that was not too successful here. And Drazov instead took a huge chunk of damage from these Ushapti's focusing fire. But yeah, now the Chaos Dwarf missiles are in range and are actually whittling down quite a bit of those Chaos Dwarf constructs. Oh, Inferno Guard, these are regular Inferno Guard. Expensive infantry getting deleted by the Purple Son of Zeruz. With the Purple Son of Zeruz buff, the meta is really not friendly against heavy infantry these days. You can see this whole Inferno Guard getting deleted from existence, while the Chaos Dwarf is really struggling to make any kind of headway through the Tomb King's lines. So yeah, Drazov getting completely pushed back, unable to join any frontline fight, simply doesn't have any HP to tank the damage. Ooh, Flames of Asgard, but nothing to stop them from running away. The Sepulchral Stalkers take some minor damage and then nothing. At least that pushes them into the Fire Glaive's range, and then they are now taking some firepower damage. And the Bone Giant also taking some heavy losses as well from all those Chaos Dwarf units nearby, but I think it already earned back its worth from shutting down a Hell Cannon and then firing at whatever unit it can find. And the balance of power is already in favor of the Tomb Kings here, and I tend to agree. The Chaos Dwarfs really struggling to make any kind of headway. A lot of their expensive units have been dealt with, taking a huge chunk of damage once again from the Bone Giant. And Purple Son of Zeruz, a second one. And there goes the Infernal Gods with Fire Glaives. Yeah, this meta is not really unfriendly to the expensive heavy infantry, all thanks to the Purple Sun buff. So yeah, another Purple Son of Zeruz is probably gonna seal the deal, but we're gonna wait a bit because cooldown and Winds of Magic Recharge. Overall, the Chaos Dwarf infantry just really struggles to push through. I wonder if they should even just bring full Center Renders and full Hobgoblin melee rush at this point. I think double Castellan is the way to this. It might be, yeah. It's another one of those matchups where the enemy has easy answers with both heavy infantry and missile infantry, so their options are limited. Yeah, especially the Purple Sun buff. That makes things even more awkward for all the gunline units. It's just easy value for a Purple Sun at that point. And yeah, I'm gonna fast forward here. Not much to really see. The Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders are trying to put up a valiant fight, even grinding down some Eyes of the Desert by swarming them in melee. But yeah, that's not gonna matter. Amulos is gonna hit. The only things left are the Hell Cannon crew, Unbreakable and whatnot. But yeah, they're just an artillery crew, man. They can't fight off half an army by their own. Yeah, they killed the Bone Giant, but the Bone Giant, I think, earned back its worth. And then, oh, the Sepulchral Stalkers, Eyes of the Desert got some okay value, but mostly it's the Ushapti and Bone Giant sniping out just bombarding the enemy formations with their long-range missiles, and also, of course, Purple Sun, deleting the Fireglaves, deleting the Inferno Gods before they can even get into a melee fight. Yeah, the Killstop heavy infantry just they are just under a very tragic position right now in the meta. Yeah, I can't really say much about it. It's just them being very unlucky almost. Yeah. Gonna delete that. Alright, let's see some Bretonnians now. Hitting at cat buffs made it basically impossible to bring any armored infantry. Panda Sneaky gets triple bull center renders might work. Yeah, that might be the way here. And I don't know, maybe a Death Freaker rocket that stays way ahead. That stays the hell away from no, you can't do that. What can you do? What can you even do in this case? Flying cow and then flying cow, full center render spam, Sneaky get Vanguard deploy, and I guess you can bring some. You can also bring a bunch of fire archers and wolf raiders. Just try to whittle down the enemy with sheer amount of arrows. That's about it. I don't know. And oh, double Castellan sounds good too, just to counterfire the enemy constructs. But yeah, that's about it. Anyways, enough about that fight. Now for the fight over here right now. Bretonnians versus Warriors of Chaos. Bretonnians going for a line of peasants in the front line, peasant mobs and men-at-arms shields, backed up by some more men-at-arms polearms. A lot of peasants on the field. No Grail Cavalry once again. Pegasus Knights, 3 of them, and this is Spotify, so he's not going to bring any caster. Beastlayers of Baston, and some Grail Reliquae for that leadership immunity to psychology. Yeah. Outbreak the Bordeloo with Wrath of Manan, Heroic Killing Blow, Rally, and Foe Seeker. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, and a Green Knight once again Vanguard deployed to jump the enemy cast units at the back. On the other side for the Warriors of Chaos, a rather non-typical build. Oh, is it non-typical? 4 units of skirmishers here, 2 Throwing Axes, 2 Horse Masters, a front line of Marauders backed up by a Severed Claw. Oh, actually these are just Marauders, and 1 Marauders of Singe who have spears, and Chaos Sorcerer of Slanesh to just drain enemies' health, with Melkos Mystifying Miasma, Rod of Torment to bombard them, and Giver of Torturous Glory, which is basically a Mortis Engine effect. Yeah, I think that's it for the builds. Okay, yeah, Belius Thundergruff. Just farts on the enemy, or shit on the enemy unit. Severed Claw, Archaon leading the army here, and yeah, that's it for army builds. Immediately, because of the lack of peasant archers, the horsemen are able to freely do whatever the fuck they want. Really, immediately onto Outbreak the Bordeloo, and because there's no healing, they can't really do anything about it to counter the damage. A bit of a preemptive cast of Wrath of Manan. Unfortunately, missing both units here. Just a little bit of preemptive cast. And then, yeah. Chaos Sorcerer getting dive bombed by the Pegasus Knights. And the Pegasus Knights, each of them have different units that they are fighting right now. Melkos Mystifying Miasma draining down their health. Outbreak the Bordeloo is noticing that the Pegasus Knights are not making much progress on killing the Sorcerer. Decided to just jump over there and help out instead, but the Severed Claw are nearby, and those are some deadly killers of cavalry, while the peasants are pretty much occupied by the Marauder front line, and they're not breaking through anytime soon. Oh my god, the Rod of... whatever the rod is called, I forgot. The Rod of Torment did so much damage to these bunch of Pegasus Knights. I think that's the end of the Bretonnians, I'm not gonna lie. The Green Knight is making some good damage again, doing some really good damage against Archaon though, dueling him. Dolores Blade turning on and adding a ton of damage, a ton of armor piercing damage, and slicing and dicing Archaon. Archaon doesn't have. Oh, he does have Slayer of Kings, but I don't think it's either on cooldown or it's just not activated. And Archaon got sniped by the Green Knight and Pegasus Knight. The bad news is that there are only 2 units of half health Pegasus Knights on the field. One of them has been dealt with by. Oh, okay, they're still alive, but I think they might just get kited by all these Marauder Horsemen, who are just trying to whittle down those tide of peasants with all their firepower. But yeah, Green Knight is now going after the Bilious Thundergruff. No more Archaon melee power, but they're still spellcasting Malkov's Mistafai Miasma from the Kill Sorcerer here. And because there are no entities dead nearby, like there are some Pegasus Knights dying, but they don't have a lot of entity models. So that's a really good use of the, I guess, really good sacrificial Pegasus Knights, I guess. Because even if they die, they don't charge up the Mortis Engine effect much. And sending those single entities to try and deal with the enemy single entities as well. So the Bretonnians are turning this around. Those single entities carrying hard. I might have concluded. I may have made the conclusion a little bit too early here, as all the single entities on the Warriors of Chaos side are getting grind down by the Pegasus Knight and the double Bretonnian characters. The Marauders are also slightly losing the battle here, as once again the Bretonnians winning the frontline melee fight. Oh god. The Wrath of Manan also, I don't know if you guys caught it earlier, but it just went through these 2 units of Marauders doing some minor damage and helping these men-at-arms overpower the enemy Marauders of Siege and regular Marauders. And all the single entities of the Warriors of Chaos side has gone down. The Pegasus Knights might have all kind of, one of them died, completely shattered from the enemy firepower, but these Marauder horses are just being sat on the flank there, just shooting at random peasant units, not using their damage on what needed it the most. They should have stayed near the single entity characters and try to fire at the Pegasus instead of trying to fire at peasants, which is a very cost inefficient target there. Like, if the throwing axes, imagine the throwing axes all went into the Pegasus and Outbreak of Waterloo, they would have been dead by now. And they would have been dead way earlier. And yeah, the single entities probably could have survived that. And the Severed Claw, surrounded by armor-piercing infantry and just overwhelmed by sheer numbers, yeah, they are being dealt with as well. And that is going to be army losses here. And Bretonnians going with that peasant spam. They didn't even bring much knights. No Grail Knights at all. Just 3 Pegasus Knights and winning the fights. Yeah, I mean, of course, the Pegasus Knights sacrificed their life for the peasants, but that also helped them bring down all those single entities there. Green Knight and Outbreak did the damage they need to do. And then without the single entity support, the sheer number of the Marauders simply can't stand against the sheer tide of peasants. And yeah, that is gonna be GG here with the peasants taking the win for once. Damn, that is a good fight from the peasants. No magic support as well. Remember, this is a General Spotify we're talking about. He's a man of no magic. Just all in on melee. Even didn't even bring peasant archers. I mean, he did bring the trebuchet once and a couple times, but I think that's fine. He doesn't even bother bringing Grail Cavalry. No magic, just all melee. Well, Blessed Trebuchet does have magic contained, and well, Green Knight is entirely made of magic. But yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. All right, next up, Greenskins versus Vampire Counts. Going for a very grindy build. I think that's the double Black Orc Big Boss. Going in with that Rabble Rouse to give nearby units immune to psychology, making sure this blob of greenskins can fight a little longer. But I don't think blobbing against Vampire Counts is a good idea anymore because of Purple Son of Zerus. Oh, they didn't bring Purple Son of Zerus, so okay. Alright, greenskins, front line of Orc Boys with with spears and biggins and the epic loonies. Yeah, quite a 4 units of orc biggins. Front line of orc boy spears to hold the line, kind of boxing. Goblin Great Shaman on the spider with Vindictive Glare, and don't even try it. A couple Black Orc Big Boss on each flank to grant those Orc Biggins that immune to Psychology with their Rebel Rouse. And a bit of a melee attack boost with Brass Cleaver, Manji Marauders, Ruglux, Armored Trolls, and that's it for the Greenskins. On the other side, forward undead line of zombies and skellies, 2 lines actually, with Corpse Cart, Unholy Lodestone support. Manji Marauders already moving up and trying to whittle down Menvred on his zombie dragon, who has Spirit Leech, Raise Dead, and Invocation of Nahak. I feel like you really want Purple Son of Zeruz these days as vampire counts, because you're expecting to fight infantry. If the enemy box against you, that's your best spell to break their boxes, but oh well. We're not saying box right here, so it's fine. But even then, against that spell against Orc Biggins would be great. Anyways, mobility, 5 units of cavalry, 2 Blood Knights with lances, I think? Yeah. And then 3 Black Knights with lances and barding, plus a Dire Pack. And that's it for army build, so let's go into normal speed. Manji Marauders quickly bailing, seeing those zombie summons being dropped on the field. And one more volley onto Menfred, but Menfred managed to dodge that volley, while the Mangrove's Manji Marauders will be retreating. Oh, there's a Broken Tusk mob at the very far back, so there's that. And yeah. Mangrove's Manji Marauders now moving up to shoot the Corpse Card, I assume. Yeah, just trying to whittle down the enemy passive healing source. And they're doing a lot of good damage. Mangrove's Manji Marauders are pulling back, Ruglux Armored Trolls are firing, and a Vindictive Glare onto Menfred, chipping his health bit by bit, trying to kill off the zombie dragon before it can see too much action. On the flank there, oh, Blood Knight, Black Knight, trying to cycle charge down the Orc Boys with spears. Blood Knight breaking the enemy bracing, and then immediately pulling back so the Black Knights can cycle in. Broken Tusk mob immediately countercharging Dire Pack and smashing them aside. That's some pretty big damage, but that opens them up to a Black Knight charge, and the Blood Knights might actually just converge in. Nope, they don't have a clean charge on that one because some models are just dragged in melee. But yeah, the Black Knights getting a good charge onto the Broken Tusk mob. Biggins are moving in, and they are getting that armored. They don't have armor piercing, but they're getting that anti-large attack and trying to drag down some of the Black Knights. But the Broken Tusk mob taking a lot of damage, being out on by Black Knights and the Blood Knights, and another Blood Knights coming in. Yep, those I think those Broken Tusk mob are a bit toast. At least there are some biggins here trying to support. And while Menfred taking more and more damage from the enemy missiles, yeah, Ruglux Armored Trolls, the Armored Orcs, and the Manji Marauders are all focusing fire on Menfred. And Menfred, oh no, he's getting too close to all these firepower. Margot's Manji Marauders have armor piercing. Ruglux Armored Trolls, Armored Orcs have decent armor piercing for a miss up because they are crossbows. And they're completely whittling down Menfred, and I don't think he can even heal himself up with Invocation of Nahak at this point. Like, there's just too much damage from the missiles just bursting him down. He only has 70 armor on a zombie dragon, so that's not great. He can't even use Invocation of Nahak. Yeah, I think Menfred's going down, and that might be a victory of the Greenskins, despite them losing the mobility battle, because Menfred just goes down like that. And Menfred goes down, and there's no more spell support for the undead. They have broken the Broken Tusk mob. They are now truly broken, not just their tusk, but their pride as well. But I don't think that matters. I don't see how these damage units of... Oh, well, Blood Knights might have the potential to carry it, but it's an uphill battle from here. Ruglux Armored Orcs. I know I just talk... I know I mess up my words, but damn it, I can't English right now. But yeah, Ruglux Armored Orcs, they have armor, so they held on from that charge. The skeleton spears and zombies are piling in, but I don't think they have enough potential to carry the day here with the Blood Knights. I mean, the Blood Knights can try. They are getting a good surround on the Goblin Great Shaman, but yeah, damn, the Manju Marauders and Ruglux Armored Orcs did some solid damage. Just shot down Menfred. Because Menfred doesn't have much armor either. Alright, Vindictive... we're gonna fast forward here as Blood Knights with Lances are just getting whittled down by the armor-piercing shots. Some of them are in melee too. Like, a couple models are in melee, so they don't have the Banner of the Bloodkeep on, or Flag of the Bloodkeep on. They don't have the extra missile resistance. Not that it matters, but yeah, that is gonna be army losses as the spears, the orc spears grind down the skeleton spears, and yeah, that is gonna be GG there. Greenskins holding their line with spears with their stabbers, and also dragging down all those undead cavalry in melee. Well done. Goblin Great Shaman with the Vindictive Glare, and somehow in melee beating up Manfred. Also, don't forget about Don't Even Try It. I'm sure that he also used that ability on Manfred, draining down his health alongside all that point blank crossbow and archer fire. So that was really well done. And Blood Knights did, one of them did well, the other not so much. And Black Knights also didn't really do a whole lot, getting dragged down in melee by all those orc bigans. Which is why you really want those Purple Son of Zerus these days. Oh, actually, I might play Undead next week, just to bring the Necroc Vampire Lord. Yeah. Right, yeah, next week. The week after I can't play because I would not be around to cast. But yeah. Spoiler alert, we have to skip the week. Well, next week we're still going on with normal 20, but the week after we'll have to skip it because I got some IRL commitment. But yeah, anyways, for this week, yeah. For next week, I want to try out the Necroc Vampire Lord, maybe. It might be worth it. Alright, that is it for this one. The Black Orc Big Boss also paid off, I think. Just keeping those greenskin units in the fight a little longer with their immune to psychology and encouragement aura. GG. Alright, let me just quickly move out and just quickly check the vampire counts. Yeah, roster. Yeah, they have the Purple Son of Zerus. Let's do this. I'm gonna play with the Necroc Vampire Lord next week. Like they can spam. They don't even have to go into melee to just spam power recharge. Like they have the life leeching. They have Wild Heart. They can squeeze out a ton of magic if need be. They can even use Earthling Rod to overcast stuff. Damn! Maybe I'll just bring him with a Hell Steed. That might be fun to play with, actually. Maybe next time. Yeah, this Necroc Vampire Lord might be a viable build. Just having so much magical tools. Right. That's something for next time. I'm a bit hyped to play them, not gonna lie. But next time. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I need to check how many games do we still need to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Yeah, this is the last one, so I'm gonna delete that. Yeah. Dark Elves versus Skaven next up. Drugash versus Milky Way. Drugash going with a melee rush build. Oh, yeah. It's gonna have the Doombolt bombardment, doesn't it? Alright. Yeah, next week, note to self, next week ban Doombolt. Like, with all due respect to Drugash, like it is a tool within the rule set, which is something I probably should not have allowed. Yeah. Oh wait, no. Okay, never mind. My bad. There is no Doom Bolt. There's only Doom and Darkness, Fate of Buna, and Spirit Leech. Loki of Felhot leading the army. Isn't that a Death Caster? I did not check the unit flag. My bad. Now you all see the Death Caster unit flag. It's all fine. Oh, Milky Way brought Screaming Bell. No, anyways. Oh, Screaming Bell. Isn't that the Screaming Bell you're talking about? Anyways, yeah, anyways. Oh wait, yeah, the Screaming Bell is the only thing that helps the Gracier to tank the Spirit Leeches. But yeah, I don't know if that's gonna matter here. For the Dark Elves, the front line of Black Corsairs and Dread Spears, with a bunch of Khorne Knights and Dark Riders flanking. And this guy is Lokia Felhart leading the army with his regeneration in melee Helm of the Kraken. Dreaded Duelist and Merciless Slaver. Really good against Skaven with that -6 leadership. Plus aspect of Dread Knight. Oh wait, no, that's Doom and Darkness. That's a total of -22 leadership, making the Skaven even more cowardly. Now, on the other side of the battlefield, Skaven slaves in the front line, backed up by rattling guns and avalanche mortars. Avalanche mortars to delete enemy infantry alongside poison wing globes, and rattling guns to just shut down enemy single entities, particularly dragons. Gracier of Plague Magic. I feel like not bringing Howling Warp Gale might have been a missed opportunity here. Or a Warp Storm Scroll, just to lock down the enemy flyer and just shoot it down. Because that would have been really helpful if Lokia Felhart got too close to the rattling guns, and if you just lock him down in the sky, you can just shred him with the rattling guns. But anyways, opposing globes, Doom Flayers on the flanks, Red Ogres at the back, and also Wolf Reds. For Skaven Slave Spears, and leading the army, Gracier of Plague, with a bunch of summons. Dread of 13th and Vermintide. That's about it. Yeah, I feel like you definitely should have brought a Warlock, maybe a Claw on the Doom Wheel or something like that. Something, or a Warlock Engineer. You don't even have to be a Master Engineer, just a Warlock Engineer would be fine. Like, just to get that Howling Warp Gale or Warp Storm Scroll. Yeah, Howling Warp Gale, that's brilliant, yeah. Because Dread of 13th spell is more about the explosion that blow up the infantry and a bit of bodies. Which, yeah, I don't think you really need that. I feel like you need more for controlling aerial units if need be. Yeah. Because there might be Harpies, there might be Manticores, there might be Flying Dragon from the Dark Elf side. But yeah, Fate of Buna is gonna delete that rattling gun. No questions asked. But the Avalanche Mortars are deleting those Black Corsairs as well. But yeah, if there was a Warp Storm Scroll right here, the rattling guns could have probably done a good chunk of damage before they just die. But yeah, well, actually it doesn't matter. There's only one rattling gun, so the Fate of Buna will delete it. And now the flyers are collapsing in. The caster is just staying in the skies, but Lokia Felhart jumps in and try to terrorize the enemy back line here. Red Ogres are being rear charged by Dark Riders, and the Black Corsairs, who did not get hit by the Avalanche Mortars, managed to break through. Dread of 13 breaking a bunch of Black Corsairs and Dread Spears in the front line. A really nice summon position. But a bunch of Black Corsairs managed to break through the enemy front line already and are now ravaging the Skaven back line. Poison Globes are being dragged into melee with more Dark Riders piling in. Some of the Red Ogres Doom Knights and Red Ogres managed to catch the Khorne Knights. And while the Poison Globes delete them from existence, but that doesn't really matter for the middle part here. As Black Corsairs are cleaning up the enemy front line, cleaning up the Skaven front line. While Lokia Felhart is catching the Gracier in a melee that he does not want to engage in. So the Clan Rats and Skaven Slaves are all piling in, trying desperately to save the Priest. But the Gracier, sorry. Gracier, not Plague. Gracier. And Red Ogre is still being occupied by Dark Riders and Black Corsairs. They're too busy to help out. And Lokia Felhart is just gonna come over, chill them up, and send them on a terror route. While the Dark Riders having so many of these Dark Elf Cavalry, the Dark Elves are free to just move around and run down the enemy routed, separated, isolated troops. And yeah, I think that is gonna be GG for the Skavens here. All their damage dealers are out of commission. Their summons are fading away, and their scattered units. Oh wait, no, there's still some Poison Globes here, but they're too slow to catch anything. Maybe the Skavens can still consolidate. But yeah, it's an uphill battle from here. A lot of the units are just chaff infantry scattered across the battlefield, and low-key fell hard plus the mobility or Dark Elf mobility are free to just isolate them and pick them out one after the other. And the Poison Globe still can't really find a good target to shoot at. Maybe these Dark Riders would be good. But then here comes the Sorcerers of Death that disrupts them from firing. They don't have guard mode on, I believe. So they're just distracted, not firing. And then the Dark Riders are in, and they have the armor to tank the damage for a while. But there's nothing to really peel off the Dark Riders for them. Oh, Wolfrat's managed to chew up some Dark Riders, but yeah, the Gracier is still in big trouble. Loki fell hard. Nothing really to stop him from chasing after the Gracier if he wants to. Can be Doombolt resistance? Oh, okay, that makes sense. That helps. 25% spell resistance. If that counts as a magic missile, then it might just half the damage, actually. Not sure. But yeah, Poison Globes turning around and chugging. Are they gonna chuck? Yep, they did chuck some explosions into the Kowan Knights, draining the last bit of their health, but they themselves are being terror routed. No, they're just getting normal routed by the charge. Alright, breath attack, some decent damage onto the Gracier, and that is going to be army losses. GG. Yeah, I feel like a warp storm scroll or a howling warp gate would be really useful here, because you might, again, there might be Manticore, there might be Harpies, or there might be a dragon character flying around, so it would have been really nice in this matchup here. While the infantry can be dealt with by avalanche mortars. I feel like Natty Boobles are pretty much a staple in every Skaven build, unless you go melee rush, then that's a different story. But even then, the Natty Boobles are still really good. They're just kind of like an anti-single entity tool that Skavens generally lack. The Skavens can't really fight single entities properly because their melee units are not good at that. So Natty Bubbles with high accuracy and long range is probably their best bet here. But anyways, Dark Riders running down the enemy weapons teams and whatnot, and yeah, just chasing off routed units, and Black Aqua says breaking through the enemy front line, getting some really good work done. Not a whole lot of damage, but getting a ton of kills for sure. Well, a lot of them just eat a bunch of avalanche mortars to the face, but once they get through the front line, it's just a buffet for them. How is the most handsome and skilled Total Warhammer 3 player on the planet doing today? Most handsome, yes. Skilled, probably not. There are way better players than me, actually, yeah. I mean, today alone I lost 3 battles because I was memeing too hard to the sun. But yeah. Let's see. Poison Globes did well, as usual, but the Rattling Guns didn't. They just got knocked out way too early due to the fate of units. That's why you need 2 of them. That's why you need 2. Or a Howling Warp Gale to lock down the fate of unit caster and just try to shoot it down as soon as possible, or something like that. It's rough. And yeah. Skavens, they have some really good tools, but they can be also pretty weak. To this kind of leadership dive bombing. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what else do we have. Last 3 battles today. Chaos Dwarf versus Warriors of Chaos. Greenskins versus Chaos Dwarfs. And Dark Elves versus Bretonia. We shall see what happens here. Chaos Dwarf going against Warriors of Chaos. XMT versus Bahrain. XMT Bahrain versus Scottish Toast. XMT versus Bahrain. No, that sounds wrong. I really enjoy the Skaven too, but they're so cowardly. That's the whole thing. Their weapons are so strong. They need something to balance it out, I guess. All right. All right. Sorry. Now, for the army builds here, the Chaos Dwarf going with a front line of Chaos Dwarf warriors with blazing beards and a bunch of orc laborers on the flanks. They're meatier than your typical goblin laborers. slightly better leadership and a little bit tankier. A back line of Inferno got fire glaives and some Kadai Fireborn guarding the back line with another Inferno guards with fire glaives. No more mobility units here. And leading the army is a Sorcerer Prophet of Fire with a Death Shrieker rocket launcher on the ground, ready to snipe single entities, I assume, which there's a lot of single entities to snipe. 2 of them actually, not a lot. But I definitely want to shoot down some, shoot down the Chaos Sorcerer of Slaanesh on the War Shrine. Yeah, Sorcerer Prophet of Fire with Cascading Fire Cloak, Burning Head, and Fireball. On the other side, for the Warriors of Chaos, Murder Horsemen with Throwing Axes. A lot of them actually. And ready to just whittle down the enemy armored targets. And a front line of expensive infantry. 2 Chosen with great weapons and 2 Chaos Warriors of Khorne with dual weapons. Severed Claw backed up by a Chaos Sorcerer of Slaanesh using Shadow's Magic, which of course Pit of Shades and Fate of Buna, and Rod of Torment, ready to bombard the Chaos Dwarf heavy infantry line, and Valkyrie the Bloody leading the army. That's it for army builds on both sides. Let's see what happens. Let's fast forward a bit here. The Murder Horsemen do have to be careful. They don't want to get too close and get shot by the fire glaives. Like right now. The fire glaives are opening fire and oof, heavy losses and explosive damage from the Blazing Beards as well. So heavy losses on the fire on the throwing axes already. Their best bet in killing those Kadai Fireborn. I mean, they also have some pretty nasty heavy infantry too, so there's that. But yeah, immediately the Sorcerer of Slaanesh is gonna get hit by the Death Shrieker demolition rockets. And the target is big enough that it's gonna hit. It's definitely gonna hit with the tracking missiles. So yeah, I would say the Warriors of Chaos is already on an immediate back foot. I mean, they do have the Valkyrie the ability to drop that Spear Slapnir and weaken some of those fire glaives, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and it's definitely not gonna make a difference for the Slaanesh Sorcerer, who is getting hit by an entirely different unit here. The heavy infantry is moving up, but I'm really worried what they're gonna do when they're in a charging distance. Like, some of them are gonna get exploded, and some of them are gonna get breath attack, and there might also be a burning. Burning Head doesn't really do much to them, so there's that. But yeah, there's also the Kadai Fireborn ready to just jump on them and whittle them down. Oh, looks like the Rod of Torment is coming in. Moving the unit is not gonna help. Smashing down a few of their unit models. Not gonna be enough to break them though. And finally, the Chaos Sorcerer of Slaanesh is moving in. But immediately, those fire glaives are opening, just launching shots at it. And of course, the demolition rockets are still targeting the Chaos Sorcerer. Oh wow, the Chosen! Wait, were the fire glaives shooting at the Chosen actually? That might be the case here. They're not shooting at the. They're not shooting at the. They are not shooting at. Ooh. There's another unit shooting at the Sorcerer. One of them is shooting at the Chosen, the other shooting at the Sorcerer. And the Chosen and the Sorcerer both are dealt with now. Dead. GG. Yeah, I think we can fast forward this one. The infantry just walked into a wall of bullets and died. While the throwing axes are not in a position to do any help. Yeah, the expensive infantry of the demolition rockets. Okay, the demolition rockets are switched back to Death Shriekers now, and are being shot at the infantry with the spread shots. While the throwing axes are trying to whittle down the fire glaives, but I don't think that makes much of a difference. The expensive infantry of the Chaos Army has been grind down or exploded. Horn units in general have the issue of flaming attacks being a negative factor against Chaos Dolph. Yeah, that too. I don't think the Chaos Warriors of Khorne has flaming attacks though. So that's I don't think that's a problem there. But yeah, overall it's just not great. And yeah, that's gonna be GG here. With the rockets doing some. Oh man, it actually did some good damage, but still not enough to. Is it enough to pay for itself? I think it's around there. I think around there. And yeah, good damage from the Kadai Firebone, which was designed to deal with heavy infantry like the Chosen and Chaos Warriors. Yeah, that also explains why the Chosen get smashed pretty badly. And yeah, that is gonna... I don't think this is a well-designed army against the Chaos Dwarf due to how much heavy infantry there is and how much armor-piercing missiles and damage sources available to the Chaos Dwarfs. So I'm not too surprised at the outcome. Alright, one more Chaos Dwarf battle. This time against the Greenskins. Who has basically the same army build as the last time we see Kirill playing against Bahrain. And we'll see if this is gonna work here as well. Alright, let's slow down. For the Greenskins, similar build. Gobbles in the front line. Oh, actually, yeah, there's no orcs in the front line. Yeah, Gobbles in the front line. And Apex Loonies with the Rusty Airs and Rocklux Armored Orcs. And Hammer of Gork guarded by some Gobble Spears and just a ton of mobility in the rest of the army. Squig Hoods, Orc Boar Boys jump the enemy backline with their armor-piercing charges. Are there any fanatics other than Apex Loonies? No, nothing. Broken Tusk Mob and Morgros Manji Marauders. Leading the army is a Goblin Great Shaman with Vindictive Glare, and don't even try it. On the other side of the battlefield, we have the Chaos Dwarf with a armored front line of Chaos Dwarf Warriors, backed up by Blazing Beers of Bazarak and Inferno Iron Swan. So a very solid backbone for the infantry front line. Hobgobble Sneaky Gits on the flanks, and Bull Center render great weapons, plus Hobgobble Wolf Raiders as the melee mobility, and of course skirmishing mobility of Hobgobble Wolf Raiders with bows. Well, the Orc Boar Boys doesn't have a whole lot of armor, so that actually might work here. You can see them putting a dent on their HP bar, immediately knocking out a couple models. But they oversaturated one of the targets, so yeah, not the most balanced damage dealing and not the most damage output so far. But yeah, they might want to just circle around and into like a flanking position. If every one of their enemy commit to the frontline fight, they can just rear charge something like the Rusty Airs or the Rock Lava, the Hammer of Gork. We shall see what happens here. Oh, leading the army is Astrogov Iron Hand with Flamestorm, Cascading Fire Cloak, and Black Hammer of Ashut. Yeah. Now we wait. The Hobgobble Wolf Raiders with bows are just gonna do some skirmishing, trying to whittle down on those Orc Boar Boys. Again, not having the most armor at only 65, so you can still do some okay damage to them. But the Rocklux Armored Orcs are nearby, and they are in counterfire position. They need to run, or else they are just gonna get shot. Let's fast forward a bit as we are in a skirmishing phase. Orc Boar Boys are chasing after the Hobgobble Wolf Raiders, but they didn't retreat far back enough, and they stopped for a moment, and that is all they need. All the Orc Boys need to catch it and kill it on the spot with the Squig Hurts follow-up as well. Astrogov Iron Hand stray a little bit too far ahead. Trying to get, a nasty work. Jumping into the middle of these Apex Loonies. Forcing them to pile around him. And that baited out a really nice block for a Flamestorm to punish. And immediately they're down to, almost down to less than 25% HP. And will soon disable their, Spinning Loons attack. Although they still managed to get one Spinning Loons out, the problem is that Astrogolf kind of just stayed there in the front line, and now just getting eaten up by the Goblin Great Shaman. Also eating, don't even try it. Let's slow down a bit there. Orc Boys charging into the front line, Gobbles as well, engaging the enemies, the Chaos Dwarf Warriors. They probably will lose this one. because those are some superior infantry there. Oh, there's a Skull Cracker that I ignored. But Manju Marauders plus a Rusty Heirs, who does have armor centering, dropping it down to 90 armor, making their missiles a little bit more effective against this armored demon engine. And it's actually getting shredded pretty hard by all these arrows. And Astrogolf need to get the hell out of there, because he's getting chilled up by the Goblin Great Shaman. The rocks are getting thrown too. Wait, is he getting hit by the blinded effect? No, probably not. Don't even try it again. And Astrogolf needs to get out of there. He doesn't want to be staying in fight any longer. But the Broken Tuskmaul manages to surround him and beating up with the armor-piercing attacks. He might not be a large target. Ooh, the Bull Center Renders with great weapons are also still being shredded as well. These guys got hit by the blinded effect of the Hammer of Gork, down to 10 attack and 12 defense. This is why the Hammer of Gork is such a powerful piece of artillery. That blinded effect is so good, and same goes for the Solar Engine, also having blinded effect there. Debuffing enemy melee stats more than and which is more impactful than the actual stat damage factor. While the Blazing Beads of Bazrak just not getting any good fights, trying to go after the enemy goblins who are just retreating away from them. And Astrogolf getting stuck in melee for a little too long there and surrounded by Orc Bulwark against the Broken Tuskmaul is now routed. The Broken Tuskmaul are chasing down the Bull Center Renders, so not really in the mood of going after Astrogolf. They probably should, but yeah, nobody is really going in the mood of going after him. Maybe a Vindictive Glare would be nice, actually. Yeah, Skullcracker is getting cracked. Yep, Vindictive Glare going after Astrogolf. Knock out a chunk more of his HP, but he's very armored, so not a whole lot of damage. Is also not an overcast version. Anyways, Squig Herd's piling on to the Blazing Beards, denying them from chugging the rest of their explosive charges. I assume some of them manage to land in the regular armored orcs. But yeah, doesn't really matter at this point. I think the Greenskins looks like they have control on this one. Balance of Power says so as well. Astrogolf is extremely weak. If the Broken Tuskmaul can just keep pushing, oh, they don't even need to send the Broken Tuskmaul over. Just send the Morgros Mangy Marauders and fire another volley at him, and he probably would be dead. Oh, never mind. Orc War Boys are coming. He's in trouble. He's also a single entity that is extremely weakened, right? So the injured, wait, yeah, the wounds problem. The wounds debuff came in and just reduced his speed by 10%. But yeah. And he's also getting shot point blank by Mangy Marauders, so that doesn't help for sure. And I think that's gonna be the end of Astrogolf. Final Defiant Flamestorm, but that's gonna be army losses here. The rest of the Chaos Dwarves are just crumbling. Infernal Iron Swan didn't even use all their explosions. And yeah, that is gonna be GG. Too expensive. I wonder how quickly you could route the RR Rock Lava with a Fireball caster. I don't think that's gonna be fast enough. Yeah, it's ironic where the Chaos Dwarf, supposedly an artillery faction, just can't win artillery fights because their counter artillery units are so shit. Maybe this is where you might need one single goblin bolt thrower, hobgoblin bolt thrower. But yeah, it kind of sucks. Skullcracker got cracked by the barrage of missiles, so that's not great for them. And the Infernal Iron Swan and Blazing Beards are also not getting a good target to throw their explosive charges and getting disrupted by enemy monsters and cavalry and whatnot. While the Squigs got some okay damage, but most of them are just intact, grinding down the enemy armored infantry there. And man, those Hammer of Gork debuffs are so good against Bull Center Renders. Like they don't do I think they do decent damage actually to the Bull Center Renders, but most importantly debuffing their stats to Oblivion. Meaning that even, say, Orc Boys can probably beat them in melee at that point. And yeah, great damage from the Goblin Great Shaman. A little bit of mistake from Pasha getting Astrogolf stuck in the front line. And yeah. Bull Center Renders are just so fragile. They died really fast. But that's the only good anti-large armor-piercing unit you have as Chaos Dwarf, so you have to bring them. But you really need to pay attention to keep them alive. Not having conventional cannons makes you lose against just about any other range faction. That is true. Yeah. And bolt throws sucks big time too, so that doesn't help. Anyways, one final battle, Drugash versus General Spotify. Will Spotify manage to pull off another... Yeah, and let me... Yeah, that's... Try to bring another non-Grail army here, outside of Green Knight himself, going full melee. Heavy melee, not full melee. There are two rock-throwing trebuchets, but yeah. Let's go through our army builds here. Front line of Peasant Mob. This is also the last battle for today, by the way. Front line of Peasant Mobs, backed up by some Beastlies of Baston, Spearmen, and guarding two trebuchets. One of them, the Blessfeet Trebuchet as well. Having some magic damage. In this guy's Outbreak, the Baudelaire, supported by 4 whole Pegasus Knights. Does a lot of flying mobility, and 1 Green Knight Vanguard deployed once again, ready to jump the enemy backline and try to snipe characters and whatnot. On the other side, Supreme Sorcerers of Dark Magic with Soul Seeker, Doom Bolt, and Power of Darkness, the classic combo. And with a Bleak Sword and Dread Spear box around. 4 units of Dark Shards and a bunch of Koan Knights, 4 of them in total, and Dark Riders. Yeah, this is probably gonna be another Doom Bolt Dominance matchup. As there's no healing to counteract the bombardment. The forest terrain here really annoying for a few trebuchet artillery, and the whole Dark Elf army is just gonna move into it and try to stay away from the artillery rocks, or at least get some cover from them. And Green Knight is probably on a timer here. Because yeah, he's gonna be really weak to the rock drops. Wrath of Manan doing some nice damage to the Dark Shot, but Outbreak is not King Lun. He does not have the Lion Shield to get missile resistance, so he needs to get away as soon as possible. As the Dark Shots are turning your attention to this Bretonnian Lord. A few trebuchets continues to fire. We might need to fast forward a bit more here. As the bolt of the Doom Bolt sniping Outbreak the Baudelaire. Yeah, we'll do a bit more fast forward. Yeah. Green Knight is closing in, trying to, as the Pegasus Knights try to get the drop onto these Core Knights. They did manage to get the drop on some of them. More Pegasus Knights moving into melee combat as well, but because 2 of the Pegasus Knights are engaging Core Knights, they're still up, and 2 of them are already fighting other Dark Shards. These remaining Dark Shards are free to turn around and fire at the Pegasus Knights, and there's still more Core Knights streaming in and piling onto these Pegasus Knights and shutting them down. Green Knight is getting some good damage done onto the enemy Core Knights, but one of the Pegasus Knights is already routing, all due to that anti-large armor piercing. A few Trebuchet rock drops are also not doing enough to break the Dark Shards just yet. And these Pegasus Knights either need to pile onto these Dark Shards or just get the hell out of there. And the peasants are coming close, but they are still quite far away from the actual engagement. So the Pegasus Knights getting a little bit prematurely charging into the fight, exposing them to a lot of damage, but not a lot of support. Oh, they need to keep chasing down these Core Knights because the Dark Elves don't have anything to save them. Oh, never mind. They have regrouped, so they might return to the battle now. While the Dark Shards are just peeling back and trying to return to battle soon. Yep, they're turning around to fire at Outbreak the Baudelaire. Another Wrath of Manan, probably better to just shoot at the drop it on the Dark Shards here. But right now, Outbreak is probably just gonna die. He can't even survive another Doom Bolt at this point. Soul Stealer onto this blob. What is he doing? Rally, just barely trying to keep himself in the fight. And Pegasus Knights jumping onto these Dark Shards, trying to break them as well. But yeah, another Doom Bolt and Outbreak is going to be dead with no healing to save him. So I don't think this is I don't think Bretonnia is in a comfortable position at all. They might be quite even on balance of power, but yeah, Bretonnia needs to they need to snipe out the Supreme Sorcerers soon before she can squeeze out another Doom Bolt. And it's not going to be easy because she is mounted and she is quite slippery right now, being a decide. Probably worshipping Slaanesh in some way, or shape or form. While the rest of the peasants are being beaten back by the combination of dread spears and bleak swords. And Alberic, the Borderlord, is running the hell away, knowing that he's probably gonna get shot by another Doombolt soon. Supreme Sorceress is running the hell away from the Green Knight, although the Green Knight might be faster. Getting a nice hit onto the Supreme Sorceress, but here comes a Doombolt. Oh, nice hit! He must have Dolores Blade on. No, he just get normal damage. Just normally slapping the Sorceress, but oh, big hit from the Doombolt. Okay, now the Doombolt is casted. Maybe Alberic is safe to go after the Sorcerers again. Nope, he's going after those Dark Shards, but well, here comes the Koa Knights closing in, so he has to leave the Dark Shards alone. But that means the Dark Shards are free to fire at him. But okay, the Pegasus Knights are coming back to save him, distract those Dark Shards for a while. But those Pegasus Knights are gonna die, and more Dark Shards are firing in, and Green Knight did not manage to snipe out the Supreme Sorceress in time there, and a lot of the peasants are just beaten back by the Dread Spears and Blade Swords. Of course, Bretonnian peasants are still Bretonnian peasants, and they can't really beat the superior High Elf infantry there. And I think that is GG. Alberic is being pushed off by the Dark Shard fire. There's some Blackout of Nagaron as well, grinding down the enemy mobility and monster. Pegasus Knight definitely got shredded by these elite halberds. And a few trebuchet. Oh wait, when did they die? Oh, some Dark Riders probably went over to the back line and jumped them. That's most likely the case here. Yeah. Yeah, they've been chased all over to the back there. Is there any cavalry dead that can signify what charged this unit? Probably not, because yeah, it's just peasants. They can't really kill whatever charged them, usually. Yeah, I think that is GG here with Alberic pushed off. Oh, he's barely hanging around. He can't even join the fight once more. Oh, can Green Knight snipe out? Oh, he sniped out the Supreme Sorceress, but this might be too little, too late there as he ate another Doombolt. And yeah, he's only down to his last 600. Oh wait, he's in the forest now. He's healing. You can do it, Green Knight. I believe in you. Yeah, the Sacred Guardian being in the forest can heal him. So if he just keeps staying in the forest and grind through infantry, maybe he has a chance. Nah, what am I talking about? Army losses hit for Bretonnia, and all the units ran, leaving only Green Knight getting chopped down by all those halberds from the Blackouts of Nagaron. And that is going to be it with the victory belongs to Drugas Dark Elves with a very oppressive Doombolt in the Dark Elf toolkit. Not having yeah, I think we need to ban Doombolt next week. Yeah, that is going to be what's happened. As we can see, the Doombolt just did so much damage, and you can't even dodge it. So yeah, that was not great. And yeah, Supreme Sorceress of Dark Magic got a ton of damage value from the Doombolt spam and Soul Stealer as well. With the Blackout of Nagaron and Koan Cavalry grinding down the enemy Pegasus Cavalry. Really valiant attempt from Spotify there for going magic and challenging the Dark Elves, getting some really good damage overall, but the halberds and the tree cover and the Doombolt spam and the Koan Cavalry and Dark Shard Firepower is just too much for these Pegasus Cavalry to deal with. A couple of them just took way too much damage and didn't earn back their worth there. And the trebuchets as well, getting blocked by the trees, and in general having really shit accuracy, just didn't do much throughout the battle as well. Unfortunately, you still need some magic to deal with possible halberds and infantry blobs in this case, and also Dark Shards. But yeah, the Green Knight managed to kill off the Supreme Sorceress, not an easy feat to defeat a mounted lord within their own infantry formation with support. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. I hope you all enjoy these battles, whether you've been playing in it or just simply watching the stream. And thank you everyone for joining the tournament and joining the stream there. Can't make this happen without your participation. And yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. We'll be back next week for more Total War Warhammer multiplayer battle. And yeah, that's going to be all for today. Tactical Lich signing out.